Well, we do want to continue welcoming all of our early arrivals to the Pay Dirt Showdown, presented by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company here tonight at the Placerville Speedway. Cars will be hitting the Speedway in right about 13 to 14 minutes, so a little bit of a delayed start, letting some of this moisture work its way in with just the two classes on hand tonight. Of course, this continues our 60th anniversary season, presented by Bearco Redwood as we near the conclusion. Divisions, the NARC 410 Sprint Car Series and the NorCal Dwarf Car Association, both making their final appearance of 2025 in Old Hangtown. Looks to be 23 NARC 410s and 27 Dwarf cars on hand for the Pay Dirt Showdown. As always, for any first-time visitors to the Placerville Speedway, our restrooms, concession stands, and beer booths are all located behind the main grandstand, along with the novelty trailer that has track merchandise and various other items for sale. Brand new 60th anniversary baseball caps and T-shirts are available downstairs. Coors Light and Coors Banquet happy hour taking place until 6 p.m., so you have about 10 more minutes to take advantage of discounted Coors Light and Coors Banquet beer. All of your other favorites also being served down there, including Sierra Nevada Hazy Little Thing IPA. Big shout out to them once again as your presenting sponsor of tonight's event. Speedway Cafe serving up all your favorite items, including chicken baskets, made-to-order cheeseburgers, hot dogs, Polish dogs, and more. Did talk to some of the gals down there. I believe one of the credit card machines is not working, so the lines are a little bit longer. So thank you, everyone, for bearing with us through that. As always, don't forget about the express lane that is located where the old souvenir stand was. You can get pizza by the slice, nachos, hot dogs, Polish dogs, canned sodas, and energy drinks down there at that window. Do also want to let fans know that we're taking 2026 season ticket deposits, $100. Will be good enough to secure your deposit for all the point shows, SCCT, and NARC events here next season. If you would like to hand your deposit tonight, you can please see Cammie Arnold in the concession office downstairs. She'll gladly take that $100 from you and lock you in for season tickets 2026. The actual form will be on the website once we reach the new year in 2026. Trackside apparel also located behind, or rather to the right of the main grandstands off of turn number 1. Get many of your favorite drivers' apparel at that trailer, including Dylan Bloomfield, Andy Forsberg, Justin Sanders, and more. We'll also have some giveaways courtesy of Trackside Apparel. Live timing can be accessed tonight via My Race Pass and Race Monitor. And if you have an FM radio, you can listen in via our FM radio transmitter by tuning to 95.5. Once again, on behalf of Russell Motorsports Incorporated, welcome to the Pay Dirt Showdown, presented by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. Cars will be on track in 10 minutes. Did also just get a photo of a truck that is blocking a gate near the pit gate. It will be towed away if it's not moved. It is a GMC Denali. Zoom in on the license plates. It is 42581F3. 42581F3. Once again, that is blocking a gate near the pit gate. If it is not moved, it will be towed. It's a white GMC Denali. Is that what Colby Copeland has, you said?
I think so.
Well, hopefully Colby can hear us out there in the pit area if that's his.
I don't know if it's his.
He's got a wheel pack.
Well, good evening again, race fans. Welcome back to Placerville Speedway for the Pay Dirt Showdown. For the NARC King of the West 410 Sprint Cars, our second and final visit of the season here to Old Hangtown. And we welcome everyone watching live on FloRacing. If you folks here in person, if you have friends or family who want to be here but can't, have them check out FloRacing.com. 23 sprint cars checked in for tonight's NARC 410 sprint car event here in Placerville. We got packing of the track underway. Got a little bit of moisture on that track there, so they're working hard to get this thing ready for hot laps coming up here in just a bit. Hoosier Racing Tires, the largest race tire manufacturer in the world and a championship point fund contributor to the NARC sprint cars. They produce over 1,000 different types of race tires. Hoosier Racing Tires fuels the passion and success with their tires designed for champions. FloRacing.com is the official live stream partner and also a point fund contributor for the NARC sprint cars. Part of the Flow Sports Network, they are the definitive source for all things motorsports. Check them out on FloRacing online or on your smart TV at home or on your cell phone as well. Bold Impressions, the official souvenir supplier of the Northern Auto Racing Club. Check them out at onefasttee.com. My Race Pass, the official scoring software of the NARC 410 Sprint Car Series. If you have your cell phone handy, you download the My Race Pass app for a small fee and see unofficial live timing, results, and lineups. You can keep track of where your favorite driver is at during the course of the evening. Tarleton & Son is our fan engagement sponsor. There'll be a lot of goodies handed away later on here. Thanks to Tarleton & Son, here major supporters of sprint car racing on the West Coast. Red Rose Transportation, bringing you the Frisbee promotion here at opening ceremonies. Drivers will throw Frisbees up there. One of them will be worth $50 for a lucky fan. We'll have some goodies to give away as well. Automotive Racing Products is our qualifying presenter again this evening with a $100 bonus going to Quick Time. Beacon Wealth Strategies, Raymond James is the sponsor of our Trophy Dash, and the Trophy Dash winner will throw a Frisbee into the crowd as well, worth $100 for that lucky fan. Brown & Miller Racing Solutions, Chemo's Tropical Car Wash, and Wedge High Performance Carts bringing us our 3 heat races this evening. MechTech Titanium sponsoring $10 for each lap led in the main event tonight. They sponsor the Restart Zone as well. If we have a 4th heat race on any given night, it is brought to you by Winners Performance Products, and they are also the sponsors of our work area. And Williams Roofing is our hard charger sponsor, giving $150 to the driver who advances the most positions in the main event. Jim Allen Motorsports, of course, Jim Allen, the general manager and promoter of the NARC 410 King of the West Sprint Car Series. Recently inducted just last Friday into the Calistoga Speedway Hall of Fame. Again, 23 cars checked in for our second and final visit of the season here to Placerville Speedway. If you weren't here back in the spring, it was Dominic Gordon who got his second career NARC victory, and it was a big one, the Dave Bradway Jr. Memorial. That's his only win of the season, but he finished second on Sunday at the newly reopened Calistoga Speedway, almost getting James McFadden on the final lap. Looks like track packing about done as cars exit the speedway. Again, 23 cars. Next time they'll be out here will be for hot laps presented by My Race Pass, and then qualifying presented by Automotive Racing Products. I'm Andrew Kunis, the voice of the NARC 410 Sprint Car Series. Pleasure to be back here at Placerville Speedway. Mike DeHogue on the camera for FloRacing, doing a great job as always. And, of course, as he always is, the voice of the Placerville Speedway, Gary Thomas on the mic. He'll be calling the action for the NorCal Dwarf cars. And, Gary, we worked together a few times over the years. Back in the spring, we had the Dave Bradway Jr. Memorial here, but we also had your brother's memorial race as well, the Davey Thomas Memorial for the Sprint Car Challenge Tour 360s here. That was a wonderful weekend here. And I got to go ahead and just ask the question now, are we doing that again next year?
Yeah, I think the plan is to do both the Davey race and the Bradway the same weekend as we did last year, and hopefully next season it's not 105 both days. So we'll be crossing our fingers for that.
Yeah, but I thought that was an absolutely wonderful weekend of racing here, and it just they paired so well together here.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to taking part in that again. Of course, only made a few visits to Placerville over the years, and now that I'm with NARC here, looking forward to coming here a couple times a year now. And we had some great racing when we were here back in the spring. We're expecting more of the same tonight.
Yeah, we got to give a big thank you to Scott Russell, Cammy Arnold, the promoters here. This is the first season we've had 2 NARC races since 2017, so they took the gamble to add 2 410 races. We know the fans love to see the 410s here. 900 horsepower on this track is like jet fighters in a gymnasium, so it's always an exciting time, and a good crowd on hand, so the fans have supported it, and the next season, hopefully we'll get a couple more.
Yeah, and this is one of those tracks here. It's bull ring racing here, tight corners, high banking, a lot of close quarters action here, but also it's fast for a track of its size. It's one of those unique racetracks out there, and they say if you win a 410 sprint car main event at this track here, you accomplish something.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've seen a lot of drivers come through Placerville and go on to some national prominence. There's too many to name, but yeah, this track is always challenging. It's funny, if you're watching on Flo, you're in the grandstands, the banking is kind of deceiving from up here, but at the end of the night, if you are here, I encourage everyone to go, especially to turn 2, and just see how steeply banked this track is. It's one of a kind out here in California. We're proud to call it home.
We got Dwarf cars out on the racetrack now, and Gary, it's all yours, my friend.
Thank you very much, Andrew Kunis. A total of 27 NorCal Dwarf cars on hand tonight. That gives us 4 individual heat races and a B main needed as well. Dwarf cars strictly a draw show. Their heat race lineups have already been set. So they're going to come out and do a little bit of hot laps to work this track in before we get to NARC hot laps and qualifying. 05 out there is Tim Dodson. The 21, Fred Dickey. 29 is Corey Eaton. 31, Dylan Schrum, last year's champion when it comes to the NorCal Series. 42, Isaac Guile. The 410 is Chris Durden. And the 12 in, Mike Spanky Grinnert, always a favorite at Placerville. Flagman Ed Ince going to wave the first green flag of the program. Well, checker flag waving on the opening Dwarf car hot lap session. The 12 of Mike Grinnert, fastest with a 14.813 over Chris Durden, Tim Dodson, Fred Dickey, and Dylan Schrum. Of course, want to give a big thank you to Barrico Redwood Berry Lumber, our title sponsor here at Placerville for the 2nd consecutive season. For over 40 years, Barrico Redwood has been providing building materials for decks, fences, patio covers, and landscape projects throughout Northern California. In addition to lumber, they have the connectors, hardware finishes, and advice on how to best use them for your needs. To learn more about the company, simply visit barricoredwood.com. Again, tonight's presenting sponsor, Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. Its founder, Kryn Grossman, made a habit of chasing curiosity. His early years of backyard tinkering and covert science projects set the stage for the ultimate discovery, home brewing. On November 15th, 1980, he put his first batch of craft beer to the test. That heady stout was a 13-hour labor of love, and after one sip, he knew he had a keeper. The pale ale that followed sparked a true craft beer revolution. Once again, thank you to Sierra Nevada Brewing Company for their support all season long, especially tonight here at the Pay Dirt Showdown. Second Dwarf Car Hot Lap session on the track. 57, Ben Weiss, Narayan Shores in the 22. Welcome back, Kevin Hollywood Bender in the number 9 tonight. Eric Frommong in the 40. Veteran driver Mike Reeder in the 72. He was a winner on Dave Bradway Jr. Memorial Weekend earlier this season. 5 car also out there, Cheyenne Dickey. Once again, we are up and running on both Race Monitor and My Race Pass for all of your live timing and scoring needs. Well, Mike Grenner, 14.813, still atop the charts over Chris Durd and Tim Dodson, Fred Dickey, and Mike Reeder. Talked about it a little bit earlier, but we're now taking deposits for 2026 season tickets. $100 will get you that deposit to check out all your favorite shows next year. The point shows, SCCT and NARC, and the cool thing about that season ticket is you get to reserve a seat all year long for those shows. Again, if you want to reserve your tickets with that deposit, go see Cammie Arnold in the concession office. She said it was pretty cool to see some people face-to-face and finally put a face to the name for our season ticket holders, so thank you so much for already going down there. Again, later on, we'll have some giveaways courtesy of Trackside Racing Apparel. They are located, again, just to the right of the main grandstand. Cars making their way out for the next NorCal Dwarf Car Association Hot Lap session. Of course, all these drivers gearing up for the big Marysville National in a couple weeks. Tonight, their final appearance here in Old Hangtown. 41 car out there is Brandon Aylesworth. 508, Steve Costello. 98, Roger Shores. And the winner here last time, Sean Whitney in the 15, picked up that thrilling side-by-side photo finish at the flag stand, or just past the flag stand where our scoring loop is located. 69, Cody Schrum. The 50 is Elijah Schrum tonight. And we're going green. Well, right to the top of the charts in hot laps goes Sean Whitney in the 15, 14.681. Mike Grenner, Brandon Aylesworth, Steve Costello, and Chris Durden, now your top 5. Sean Whitney this year, in fact, 3 victories at Placerville Speedway. 1 apiece for Mike Grenner and Mike Reeder as well. 2026 sprint car calendars making their way down the grandstands. Flag down our normal camera operator, Fred Adams, if you want to get one of those commemorative sprint car calendars. Again, 60th anniversary merchandise is available downstairs at our track souvenir trailer. This is the final run of that apparel. T-shirts, baseball caps, sweatshirts are all available. Next weekend, we finish off the point season with the Forney Humphreys Classic, $8,500 to win. Going to crown 4 champions here next Saturday night. '88 car Michael Tobiasen, 52 Chuck Conover, 32 out there is Dan Guile, and the 99 is Gage Myers. Chase Baddocker also out there in the 7-in. Set to wind up the final hot lap session for the Dwarf cars. A piece of debris out there in turn number 1. And the 616 overheating in turn number 4, slow into a stop. Again, want to welcome everyone watching online, FloRacing.com here tonight. Pacific Highway Rental side-by-side in behind to give Quilty a little assist. Good tight shot there, courtesy of tonight's camera operator, Mike DeHogue. Should be a few more laps at speed as we finish off warm-ups for the Dwarf cars. Well, that's going to finish up Dwarf car hot laps in 99 at Gage Myers, fastest overall, 14.553. Sean Whitney, Mike Grinnert, Dan Guile, and Michael Tobias in the top 5. Again, they'll be back out for 4 individual heat races, a B main and a 20-lap B main later on tonight. Had a few people message us about the sound on Flow. Starting to work on that, I believe. There's no motor sounds when the microphones are turned off, so we'll go ahead and try to do a little bit of testing on here and get it all set up. As the crews make their way out to the infield, the next cars out going to be the NARC 410 sprint cars for their opening hot lap session. Andrew Kunis will have the call.
Thank you, Gary. And just a matter of moments, we'll bring all the cars down track side. And I believe we all stage them in the infield here and shove them out from there, is what they typically do here at the Bull Ring. Again, 23 cars here tonight for our second and final visit of the season to Old Hangtown, as they call it, Placerville Speedway. We'll have hot laps presented by My Race Pass. Again, download the My Race Pass app on your smartphone for just a small fee. And you can keep track of where your favorite driver is at. See lineups, results, and unofficial live timing as the race happens. You also see what's going on at races elsewhere in the country. And then automotive racing products qualifying will follow. $100 bonus coming from ARP to tonight's quick qualifier. Fans can go to their website at arp-bolts.com and check out what they may need to enhance the performance of their own personal vehicle. And most nights, we'll see if we can do it again, but most nights we also interview our quick qualifier on the front stretch, Jim Allen, the new Calistoga Speedway Hall of Famer, our general manager and president and promoter and handler of all kinds of stuff for the NARC King of the West Sprint Car Series, including picking up announcers at airports. He's done that a lot this year, including this morning. But Jim Allen will be doing trackside interviews as well throughout the evening as cars make their way down. We have a first-timer with us here, Cannon McIntosh in the Roth Motorsports number 83. Your USAC National Midget points leader. He's been here before in the midget, but never in a sprint car. He's got very limited sprint car experience, so this will be a new experience for Cannon McIntosh, our visitor who hails from Bixby, Oklahoma. You'll see him down there in the Mobile One sponsored number 83 machine. And another first-time visitor here in the JRS Motorsports number 21, Jesse Schlotfeld from Arlington, Washington. Just decided with Skagit being closed this weekend, he decided why the heck not. He made the tow down from north of Seattle to make his first visit here to Placerville Speedway. He got his first career NARC win back in June during the fastest 5 days in motorsports. He won our third night of the 5 at Cottage Grove Speedway in Oregon. He's been a winner at Skagit Speedway as well, and also won a couple of races with Gary's Series. They're the Sprint Car Challenge Tour during their speed week. So that'll be one driver to keep an eye on. Jesse Schlotfeld in the blue, white, and silver number 21 car, visiting from Washington State. And cars are firing off for our first group of hot laps presented by My Race Pass. Sean Becker, the former series champion, and the Don Bjork owned 7B, the Shark from Oroville, California. Kobe Copeland, who manages and runs Silver Dollar Speedway, does a little racing on the side here. Still, he's in the Nick McCullough owned number 17 car. He is out of Roseville. And there's Cannon McIntosh over in turn 2 in the Roth Motorsports number 83 from Bixby, Oklahoma. One of the regulars here at Placerville Speedway is Michael Sellers in the Sellers Racing number 15 there at the end of the backstretch. He's from Sacramento, I believe I just said. Max Mitry in the Mitry Motorsports 2XM from Redding, California, middle of the backstretch. And here's a story making their final NARC appearance. The Vertulo Racing number 83V with Dylan Bloomfield behind the wheel. The Vertulos, they are relocating to Iowa in just a couple of weeks. And that car, an icon, really, of sprint car racing here in California. This is their final NARC race before they relocate to the Midwest. Dylan Bloomfield in that 83V. He is still looking for his first NARC victory. He challenged for the win here back in May at the Bradway, so keep an eye on young Dylan Bloomfield in the 83V. That's the black and yellow car. Then the white, light blue, number 83T, the Carrick Racing entry from Lincoln, California. That is Tanner Carrick. Still looking for his first NARC win. He finished second at the Johnny Key Classic back in August. And this is our first group of hot laps presented by My Race Pass, and we go green here at the bull ring. Here we go, hot laps for the 410 sprint cars. First set of hot laps done. Tanner Carrick, fastest so far, 11:036. Aboard the 83T. Track looks a little greasy in a couple of spots still, but we're in the low 11s. Sean Becker in the 7B, 11:244. Max Mictry in the 2XM running 11:441. And it looks like they're going to keep the cars out here and pack this track in a little bit more. For those keeping score, the track record all time set 21 years ago by Tim Kading, 9.913 is the track record here. One of the handful of quarter miles across the country where they've timed in below 10 seconds. Cottage Grove Speedway up in Oregon, River City Speedway in Grand Forks, North Dakota, and I believe also Bloomington Speedway over in Indiana are the tracks that I can think of off the top of my head. Those Bull Ring quarter miles here that have seen qualifying laps under 10 seconds, and this is one of those tracks. So it looks like they're going to go and give them another session here. A couple of laps, work this track in a little bit more, and we go green one more time. And the track is much faster. Almost a half second here, really. 10.606 by Tanner Carrick in the 83T. Dylan Bloomfield in the 83V, 11.712. Sean Becker, 10.733. Michael Sellers, 10.742. And Jesse Schlottfeld, 10.744. Gary?
Well, once again, race fans, if you're sitting in a reserved seat, it's clearly marked as reserved. If you don't have that seat, we're going to ask you to please move. Had word there was a few people sitting in those seats that are reserved, and we just talked about the benefit of getting a season pass here is you actually get to reserve a seat for the NARC races, the SCCT shows, and the point races. So once again, if you're sitting in one of those reserved seats and it's not your seat, you'll be asked to move. Thank you.
You know, someone paid good money for those seats there, so let them have those seats. Show a little respect.
And also, the audio on Flow is good now. I'm not sure if Mike knew that, but we're A-OK.
Thumbs up from Mike DeHogue. Mike does all of our NARC races for Flow. He does a bunch of other races on the side as well. Doing a great job as he's done all season long. Yes, a salute to you, Mike. As our next group of cars come down the hill onto the racetrack here. Gage Garcia from Lemoore in the Keller Motorsports 2K. Decided to get some seat time here recently against the High Limit Tour as they came through the West Coast. And one of our Rookie of the Year contenders, Mariah Eade, in the Eade Motorsports number 14 from Fresno, California. One driver to keep an eye on, of course, longtime fan favorite around here, Mr. Excitement, Andy Forsberg from Auburn, California, in the PHR Racing number 92 car. Winner of, Gary, I think you said 76 sprint car main events here, plus one other victory in other classes here. And strange fact here, believe it or not, all those wins and not one has come in a 410 sprint car at this track here. Still looking for that first 410 victory here at Placerville. Racing with us a couple of times this year. Not very often, but we're glad to have him back with us. Justin Cox from Sacramento in the Bates Hamilton Racing 42X. He's been a regular here in 360 competition at Placerville Speedway. Young driver from Sassoon City, that's a mouthful, Sassoon City, California. In the F&F Racing number X1, nice young man, Chance Grass. He was showing some real flashes with us. He won the Trophy Dash here back in May at the Bradway. So keep an eye on that young man out there in turn 2. Your reigning King of the West, your NARC champion from 2024, Justin Sanders, back with us in the Mitri Motorsports 2X. Led a lot of the season in the point standings, but then left, got to go do some racing out east there, took the opportunity and got a couple of wins with the High Limit Racing Series. But great to have Justin Sanders back with us in the 2X. Caleb Montgomery from Templeton, California in the number 3 car. He got his first NARC victory back in July down at Santa Maria, where he also won a USAC CRA race as well. That was his first 410 win. Came in and only got his first winged win with us later on. Those are the cars out here for this second set of hot laps, and we go green. This set of hot laps presented by My Race Pass done, and Gage Garcia posting an identical 10.606 in the Keller Motorsports 2K, matching what Tanner Carrick put up in that first hot lap session. So 10.606 still the mark. Max Mitchell turning at 11.893. Mariah E. 10.972. And the scoring system here lagging a little bit here. 10.468 by Caleb Montgomery. 10.468. So that is now the quick mark here in hot laps. Again, this pays nothing here. This is just practice here for when the things do count in automotive racing products qualifying. Next car's out. Should be our final group. Your points leader, twice a winner this year from Hanford, California, the Netto Ag 88N. That is DJ Netto. Won the season opener at Stockton and also won at Antioch earlier this year. Shane Golubic knows this track very well in both sprint cars and midgets. He's in the Matt Wood Racing 17W. Many-time NARC winner over the years, but has not won with us yet this season. Got a podium finish, I believe the first night at Calistoga last weekend at the Louis Vermeil Classic. And your winner of the Dave Bradway Jr. Memorial back in May, Dominic Gordon, in the 4-2 driver development number 10 from Clovis, California. 2 career NARC victories for that young man. And John Clark from Windsor, California, in the Steve and Tammy Clark 12J. Travis Labatt, he made his 410 and NARC debut during the summer at one of our shows in Watsonville at the Ocean Speedway in the 61 car, the Labatt Racing entry from Livermore, California. This is his second night out with us in the 410, but got a lot of 360 experience here at Placerville Speedway. DJ Freitas in the Freitas Motorsports number 9 from Sacramento, California. He is pushing off. He's ran a handful of shows with us this year. His brother Dustin ran a handful of shows here as well. Here tonight, we'll have DJ behind the wheel. One of our regulars here at Placerville Speedway, AJ Alderman, with a 360 motor under the hood. The Tim Kneppel number 85 car rolling into turn number 1. And your winner of the Johnny Key Classic, entering the backstretch in the BK Motorsports 29 from Campbell, California, the former NARC champion, Bud Kading. Got his first NARC win in about 6 years that night. Unbelievable. But came up the Johnny Key Classic where he got his very first sprint car win. They're back in 1996. Unbelievable there. His 2 Johnny Key Classic wins coming 29 years apart. How about that? But Buck Kading third in the points going into tonight's show. Got his first win in 6 years. He picked up some other non-NARC victories, most notably in 360s there in that time there, but long time coming for Bud to get back in the winner's circle with the 410. And I believe that is all of our remaining cars for this final hot lap session presented by My Race Pass. Just getting a little heat in the motor here, and we're going to go wind them up here. And Ed Ince, NARC's longtime flagman, gives the green, and our final hot lap session is underway. Track looked like it slowed up a little bit. Shane Golobic running a 10.961 aboard the 17W. Travis Labatt running a 10.981. Buck Kading 10.986. And DJ Neto 11.005. Dominic Gordon running 11.026. Hey, your 2026 sprint car calendar's up for sale for $15. If you see this gentleman walking around, be sure to grab your calendar there and be set for next year. So that's going to do it for Hot Laps presented by My Race Pass. Next up, qualifying presented by Automotive Racing Products. Again, check out arp-bolts.com and check out what you could use to enhance the performance of your own personal vehicle. A $100 bonus up for grabs. Whoever sets fast time here at the Placerville Speedway Bullring. Again, the track record set over 21 years ago by Tim Kading, 9.913 seconds. We saw a 10.4 in hot laps. We'll see what we end up with here in qualifying here in just a couple of moments here. Just waiting to get a couple of push vehicles in place here so we can make things go as quickly and as smoothly as possible. Again, a special welcome to everyone watching on FloRacing. We are here at the El Dorado County Fairgrounds in Placerville, a little ways east or so of Sacramento, on a gorgeous evening here in Northern California. And after tonight, we have a few weeks off as the World of Outlaws make their way through California. And then we resume October 4th at Thunderbolt Raceway in Tulare. All right, here we go. Automotive Racing Products qualifying underway. First car out on the racetrack in the Mitri Motorsports 2XM out of Reading and Shark Power KPC, sponsored by MitriConstruction.com. Shasta Realty Group is D-Main Construction. It's Max Mitri. Takes the green flag. Steve Man Construction, J1S7 suspensions, and High Performance Lubricants also sponsors on that car. First lap for Max Mitri, 10.687, 10687. And second lap for Max Mitri is a little slower, 10.796. Next up, in the Carrick Racing 83T from Lincoln, California, Rider Powered Max, sponsored by California Waterfowl, Taylor Morrison, K1 Race Gear, and area helmets. Here is Tanner Carrick. First lap for Tanner, 10.606, matching what he did in hot laps. CBC Concrete and TC Guide Service sponsors on that car as well. Lap number 2 for Tanner Carrick is a little slower, 10.609. Next up in the Don Bjork 7B from Oroville, California, it's the Shark, Sean Becker. Now, Shaver Power to Max is sponsored by Bjork Construction Company, DJ Construction Rental Equipment, and Roxy Properties. First lap, 10.777, 10777. Fire Protection Management and Channel Lumber sponsors on that car as well. Second lap for Becker. Better, quick time so far, 10.409, 10409. And the Roth Motorsports 83 from Bixby, Oklahoma. Hold on there, Cannon McIntosh, and he ends up in the exit lane here. We'll have to get a push truck out there. In the Speedway TRD powered KPC chassis, sponsored by Mobile One and Roth Enterprises. That was Cannon McIntosh making a save. They safely brings it to a stop, but they'll have to get him turned around and back onto the racetrack. He's on the off-ramp that the cars used to exit the racetrack. Your USAC National Midget Points leader. He's been here in the midget before, but never in a winged sprint car. So I think he's finding out here that you can't drive the same around here in a sprint car as you can in a midget here. He'll get back onto the racetrack. And he is back on the gas. And they're giving the white flag here. 10.466, 10466 for Cannon McIntosh. See what he does on lap number 2 here. And quick time, 10.323, 10.323 for Cannon McIntosh. Fast time so far. Michael Sellers in the Sellers Racing 15 from Sacramento, California, taking the white flag. First lap, 10.806. M&S Powered Max was sponsored by Sellers Racewing and Bullseye and Swing Pool Perfections. And second lap, a little bit out of shape there in turn 4. Second lap is a little slower, 10.828. We'll take the 10.806. And the Nick McCullough 17 from Roseville, California, Donna Power to Maxim. Here is Colby Copeland. Colby's first lap, 10.574, 10.574. That's third on the board. Hanson Machine, NOS Energy Drink, and Next Steel sponsors on that car. McCullough's RV as well. And second lap, second quick, 10.385. 10.385 for Colby Copeland. In the Vertulo Racing 83V from Oakley, California, and Kistler Power to Maxim, Gary Silva, Bowman and Sons, and Vallejo and Martinez Coin Exchange, Trackside Apparel. This is Dylan Bloomfield. First lap, fourth quick, 10.548. A lot of shape over there in turn 2. And second lap will be slower, 11.049 with that bobble over in turns 1 and 2. In the JRS Motorsports 21 from Arlington, Washington, a Shark Power Triple X, sponsored by Grinders Automotive and Marine. Triple X, Johansson Mechanical, and High Performance Lubricants. Here's Jesse Schlotfeld. Lap 1, fifth quick, 10.587. 10.587 for the first-time visitor from Washington. Schlotfeld, second lap, is slower, 11.013. In the Keller Motorsports 2K from Lemoore, California, Speedway powered Triple X. Here is Gage Garcia. First lap, fourth quick, 10.419. Sponsored by Monarch Ford, Intac Oil, and Dawson Mulder Construction in Legacy of California. Second lap for Garcia. Slower, 10.591. We'll take the 10.419. In the Eid Motorsports 14 from Fresno, Kistler Powered Maximum, sponsored by Pacific Boring, M&L Plumbing, Circle J5 Ranch, and Billet America. Here's Mariah Eid. Mariah's first lap, 10.720. 10.720. Ninth on the board. Second lap is also slower, 11.040. Take the 11.720. And the Bates Hamilton Racing 42X from Sacramento, Kistler Powered Maximum, Burco, Redwood, Lipper Construction, Vinyl Tech, and Dan Ewart Sales. Here's Justin Cox. First lap, fifth quick, 10.502. 10.502 for Justin Cox. His second lap is a little slower, 10.506. We'll take the 10.502. From Auburn, California, the PHR Racing number 92. And a Donna Power to Max, it's Mr. Excitement, Andy Forsberg. Lap one for Forsberg, 10.703. Sponsored by Pacific Highway Rentals, Oroville Tax, Wilkie Masonry, and Pit Stop USA. And second lap, it's going to be slower, 11.006. From Templeton, California, it is number 3 car, Speedway Power to Maximum, sponsored by Luxon Real Estate, State Pass, Woodland Auto Display, David Cray Engineering, and ShopCaleb.com. Here's Caleb Montgomery. First lap for Montgomery. Second quick, 10.384. 10.384. Can he get to the top? His second lap. A little quicker, but still second. 10.326. 10.326 for Caleb Montgomery. In the F&F Racing X1 from Sassoon City, California, Don Power Triple X. Here is Chance Grasty. First lap, quick time, 10.217. 10.217 for Chance Grasty. Bushy Financial Services sponsor on that car. His second lap, a little slower, 10.348, but we'll take that 10.217. CNH Motorsports Sierra Single Ply sponsors on that car as well. And now in the 2X from Aromas, California, the Mitchell Motorsports 2X, here is Justin Sanders. First lap, 10.606. And the Fisher Power KPC, sponsored by MitchellConstruction.com, Yuba Sutter Aviation, North County Plastering. His second lap, second quick, 10.281. 1.0281 for Justin Sanders. Second on the board. And now here is your NARC points leader in the Netto Ag 88N from Hanford. And a Ryder-powered KPC chassis, here is DJ Netto. Netto's first lap, 10.607. Penny Newman Grain, Van de Poel, Smith Tire, Mechanics Choice sponsors on that car. And Netto's second lap, eighth quick, 10.464. And the Steve and Tammy Clark 12J from Windsor, California, Kissel Powered Helix. This is John Clark. Clark, first lap, 10.791. Buster Southern Barbecue, CCI Electrical, and Jerry's Valero Gas Station, and Manlair Stereo Repair also sponsors his second lap, 13th quick, 10.679. And now in the Matt Wood Racing 17W from Fremont, California, Kistler Power KPC, sponsored by Nazi Energy Drink, Southern Pacific Farms, and MV Drywall. Here is Shane Golobic. And Golubic's first lap, 14th quick, 10.680. 10.680. Second lap is a little quicker, 10.615. That is good for 13th on the board. In the 4-2 driver development, number 10 from Clovis, California, and a Ryder Power to Maxim chassis, your Dave Bradway Jr. winner this year, Dominic Gordon. First lap, 10.722. 10.722. Gary Silver Ranches, Silva's All Natural Beef, J.I. Apparel, and J.B. Critchley among the main sponsors on that car. And second lap, 11th overall, 10.577. 10.577. just his second time with NARC in the Labatt Racing 61 from Livermore, California, and a Donut Power to Maxim. This is Travis Labatt. His first lap, 10.743, 10743, Bay Area Tile, Redwood Electric Group, Metalworks, and King Racing Products. Sponsors on that car. His second lap, 10.839. So we'll take that first lap. And in the number 9 car from Sacramento, in a Ryder-powered KPC, this is DJ Freitas. DJ Freitas, his first lap, 11.006. Chuck's Corvette Clinic, JKF Enterprise, Loyalty Builders, and Aloha Travel, the sponsors on the Freitas Motorsports entry. His second lap, 10.769, 10769. In the Tim Knappel number 85 car from Placerville and a Borello 360 powered Maxim, this is AJ Alderman. Driving a 360. First lap, 11.353, 11353. Val's K9 Services, ANRAC Corporation, and AutoZone of Cameron Park, sponsors on that car. His second lap, a little slower, 11.388. We'll take that first lap. And your final qualifier in the BK Motorsports 29 from Campbell, California, Shaver Power to Maxim, here is Bud Kading. Bud's first lap, 10.678, 10678. Alviso Rock, DF Rios Electric Construction Company, and Williams Roofing, Hi-Fi Pizza on that car. His second lap, a little quicker, 10.620. And just like that, 23 cars were up, 23 cars down. And your quick qualifier winning $100, courtesy of Automotive Racing Products, and the F&F Racing number X1 from Sassoon City, California, and a Donut Power Triple X, sponsored by Bushy Financial Services, C&H Motor Parts, Sierra Single Ply, Quick Change Energy Drink, and CRV Carbon Solutions. Your quick qualifier tonight, presented by Automotive Racing Products. Let him hear ya, Chance Grasty. Running at 10.217, 10217. Justin Sanders was second with a 10.281. Cannon McIntosh third. Caleb Montgomery fourth. Fifth was Colby Copeland. Then the rest of the top 10 in qualifying: Sean Becker, Gage Garcia, DJ Neto, Justin Cox, I beg your pardon, and Dylan Bloomfield. Gary, they get around this track here pretty quickly in qualifying, trying to read up all those sponsors and everything here, but that is the nature of this beast here. This is one fast little racetrack.
Well, and you talked about it, that track record, 21 years old, and we're 3/10 off that track record. So Scott Russell has this track in tip-top shape, and we should have some excellent racing coming up.
Save your lunch money for. Welcome to the High Limit Room.
Hey, this is Kyle Larson, and you're watching the best pavement, dirt, and drag racing, all live on FloRacing. You have great racing on the track, you have great crowds.
Speedway placed in less than 400 race cars. Corner number 4 at the line. Brandon Overton.
Claim your prize. We'll also have some Frisbees that say that you want a NARC t-shirt or a coloring book. Again, if it's just autograph, you didn't win anything here. That's just a souvenir for you, but they will be specially marked saying that you've won one of those prizes, or if you have one of those during the Frisbee toss, bring that up here to the announce booth. Red Rose Transportation is a freight brokerage company. They are experts in all forms of over-the-road transportation for dry vans, refrigerated equipment, and including uniquely tailored specialties in heavy haul and flatbed freight. For all of your transportation needs, call Red Rose Transportation and ask for one Dominic Selzy. Some of you got some autographs earlier from Ava Payton, who does our race day social media. She's also our trophy girl. Wave, Ava. She can hear us down there. She was signing autographs earlier behind the grandstands. And we have some of the dwarf car drivers are already down there. The sprint car drivers got to make their way down still, and opening ceremony is coming up in just a little bit. We'll have a heat race action for both the dwarf cars and the sprint cars. As we mentioned earlier, after tonight, NARC gets a little bit of a break as the World of Outlaws make their way through California. Let our drivers go take on some of the best racers out there. And we're back in action October 4th to begin a stretch of 4 races in 5 weekends to close out the 2025 season. October 4th. And attention over in the pit area, all sprint car drivers, please make your way down to the front stretch for opening ceremonies. We know we just got out of your cars for qualifying, but we want to get going with opening ceremonies here as soon as we can. So drivers, make your way down to the front stretch, please. But October 4th, the rescheduled Chris and Brian Faria Memorial at Thunderbolt Raceway in Tulare. That's October 4th. And October 11th, we're at Antioch Speedway for our second and final visit of the season there. A week off on the 18th, and then on the 25th, we go to the dirt track at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway in Bakersfield. That's October 25th. And we close things out with the tribute to Gary Patterson at the Stockton Dirt Track on November 1st. NARC's banquet is the next day. And again, you didn't catch all that, but you want to check out any of our remaining events this year, go to narc410.com or follow us on our various social media platforms, including Facebook, TikTok, and the platform formerly known as Twitter, now called X, Instagram as well. And if you can't go to some of those races, you can always watch on FloRacing.com. FloRacing, the official live stream partner of the NARC 410 Sprint Cars. And for a great deal, get all kinds of racing across the country there. The IRA Sprint Cars, they're racing this weekend in Wisconsin. USAC National Sprint Cars, National Midgets, and Silver Crown are all on Flow as well. And, of course, the High Limit Sprint Car Series carrying all of their events. And lots of other weekly racing action there. Tracks such as Port Royal Speedway and Lincoln Speedway in Pennsylvania. And a lot of other action as well. The Cars Tour late models on the asphalt there, and some dirt late model action as well. So much racing to see on Flow Racing. It is worth the subscription. And Gary, someone's parked illegally, I'm hearing.
Yep, we got another vehicle that needs to be moved. It's blocking a gate. It looks like it's a white Transit Ford van, a Transit 150. License plate is 8RG B401. Once again, 8RG B401. That Transit van is blocking a gate. If it's not moved, it will be towed. And as always, when we have a capacity crowd here, we invite everyone to please scooch together as much as possible. Make friends with your neighbor so we can get as many people up here in the grandstands as possible to enjoy the Pay Dirt Showdown. Scott Russell still out there doing a little massaging to the Turn 1 area. Once he is complete with that, we'll then get into our opening ceremonies. Well, once again, the time has come to officially welcome you all to the Pay Dirt Showdown. As always, at Placerville Speedway, we like to honor our veterans and active military. If you've ever served this great country, please stand up. How about a nice round of applause for these true American heroes in their service and helping to protect the greatest country in the world. Now, will everyone else stand up if you're able? Most of you already are. Gentlemen, remove your hats. First up, I'd like to welcome in my friend Larry Elliott from Racers with Christ to do this evening's opening invocation. Take it away, Larry.
Thank you, Gary. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for these great fans tonight. We ask for your special blessing on the drivers, the crews, our track officials, and these great Placerville fans. We love you and we praise you. We ask all these things in your mighty name. Amen.
Amen. Please remain standing for our national anthem. To the Pay Dirt Showdown. Right now we have the very special Frisbee toss. I'm going to let my buddy Andrew tell you a little more about it.
And here come the Frisbees. Go ahead, everyone. Throw those Frisbees. Courtesy of Red Rose Transportation. Some Frisbees from the NorCal Dwarf cars as well, but those white Frisbees from NARC. Turn 4 side here. If you have one of those Frisbees that say that you've won a prize, come up to the announce booth on the turn 4 side. Some of you are winning NARC t-shirts. Some of you are winning, oh, one of those Frisbees has hit the booth here. Wow.
That's a party foul. Somebody hit the booth.
Yeah. Oh, and that Frisbee ended up on top of the roof here. I think that was Garcia throwing that one up there.
Look at Dominic Gordon down there, Andrew, with that buzz cut.
Yeah.
Nice clean cut man now.
That was not a good toss, by the way, Dominic. But, yeah, some of you are winning coloring books. Some of you are winning NARC t-shirts. And one of you is going home with $50 from Red Rose Transportation. So check those white Frisbees. If they are autographed, you didn't win anything. If they are just autographed, you did not win anything. But if you got one of those Frisbees that are specially marked, here, come up to the announce booth here. Get your prize here, t-shirt, coloring book, or the $50 from Red Rose Transportation.
And then if you catch one of those Dwarf car Frisbees as well, if that driver makes the main event, you can take that out and get a prize. Right now, though, it looks like Jim Allen is caught up with tonight's ARP Fast Qualifier.
Okay, race fans, give it up for your very own. You guys know this guy. He's a track champion. He's your ARP quick qualifier tonight. Get up for Chance Grasty. They didn't hear me, apparently. Yay. Congratulations. You know how important it is to qualify quick with the NARC sprint cars. You got it done tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, with the level of competition we have here with NARC, it's critical to set a good lap and, be in the redraw in the heat race. Being able to just be the fastest car that transfers is much easier than having to win one of them.
So what do you think about Scott Russell, Doctor of Dirt over there? He saw you guys during qualifying. It was getting kind of narrow. He's got this thing figured out, making it nice and wide. Now, chances are you're starting up close to the front. Good thing or bad thing?
I think it's going to be a good thing, less mayhem, with how it was. It'd be one lane going into turn 1 and 2, and I think the starts would get pretty hectic in the heat races, you just trying to get a position. So I think it's, going to be less mayhem with it wider.
And you're one of the young guns here in California who's still looking for a first NARC win. What would that mean for you?
That would mean everything, especially to do it here. I'd call this place my home track now, running for points this year. So I think it'd just be an amazing way to cap off our 410 run.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your quick qualifier, Mr. Chance Grass.
As Andrew talked about some of those Frisbee giveaways, we're also going to give away some prizes courtesy of Trackside Apparel.
And again, check those Frisbees. They're specially marked. If they were just autographed, you got a souvenir there, but they specifically say that you've won some NARC swag or a coloring book, or you won the $50 from Red Rose Transportation. Please bring that up to the turn 4 side of the announce booth here and claim your prize. Meanwhile, you saw her signing autographs earlier. There's our race day social media manager and our trophy girl, Ava Payton there. She's got the t-shirt cannon. So if you want a t-shirt, make some noise for Ava, race fans. She has to do better at launching t-shirts than some of those drivers have done this year. There you go. That one could have the grandstands here. Hey, be nice. Don't boo Ava.
Again, big thank you to Trackside Apparel for giving away some T-shirts this week and next week at the Humphreys Forney as well.
Ava, aim a little higher up. There you go. Higher up like that. Just don't shoot Jim. Yeah. That one made it well up here towards the announce booth there. But thanks, Ava, for launching some T-shirts. Ava does our race day social media, and she's our trophy presenter as well at every NARC race. And some of you got autographs from her earlier. The $50 from Red Rose Transportation has been claimed, as has most of the shirts. We got one more shirt to give away there and some coloring books. So again, check those Frisbees if you haven't already. There, if you want, take a coloring book home. We got one more shirt to give away as well. And Gary Thomas giving away a shirt with each of the NARC giveaways as well for Placerville Speedway.
Yeah, again, thank you to everyone with Trackside Media. If you want to go see them, get your favorite driver shirts. They're located just to the right of the main grandstand. They've given away several shirts tonight, and we're also going to give away a lot of shirts next Saturday at the Forney Humphreys Classic, our championship finale. So thank you to Trackside Apparel. We are just moments away from sending out the first Dwarf car heat race. Again, 4 Dwarf car heat races, a B main and an A main for the NorCal Dwarf Car Association here tonight. Well, heat race number 1 for the NorCal Dwarf cars. Front row looks like this. It's going to be the 40 of Eric Fromong and the 508 of Steve Costello. 52, Chuck Conover. 41, Brandon Aylesworth in row 2. 31, Dylan Schrum. 57, Ben Weiss in row 3. And Alan Kordick, the 49, your final starter. 7 cars, 8 laps of distance. Top 4 transfer to the feature. Of course, this is like Christmas Eve right now for all the football fans. Opening Sunday, tomorrow. No, don't go Hawks. Go Titans. And we're lights out. Heat race number 1 of 4 for the NorCal Dwarf Car Association. Excited to be here for the Pay Dirt Showdown, presented by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. Eric Fromong and Steve Costello down on the chalk stripe. Racing into 1 and 2. Good move there by the 508 of Steve Costello, splitting the difference. He'll lead the 41 of Brandon Aylesworth. Here comes Aylesworth taking a shot to the middle. 57 of Ben Weiss is all over your top two, though. Down the back straightaway, the black 57 of Ben Weiss challenging the 41 of Brandon Aylesworth. It gets loose off turn 4. And turn 1, a hungry pack of Dwarf cars there. That's good stuff. Dylan Schrum in the 31 making moves. He got by Aylesworth. He's now driving to the inside of Ben Weiss. Weiss, however, returns the favor off turn number 4. 3 laps down, it is Steve Costello leading Ben Weiss, Dylan Schrum, Brandon Aylesworth, and Eric Fromong. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. Aylesworth taking a peek again to the inside of Schrum in the 31. Top 4 cars all bunching up. This time by, there'll be 3 to go. 5 laps in the record books. 5:08, Steve Costello looking there, 31 Schrum all over, 57 Weiss, the battle for second. Into turn 3, Schrum dives low, trying to get up in front of Ben Weiss, he'll do so. Into turn 1, Aylesworth right behind him, working some lap traffic down the back straightaway. Weiss gets around the 41, white flag is going to wave this time by. Good tight shot there on the 5:08 of Steve Costello. Leading the way into the final set of corners. Checkered flag is going to wave. Give the win to Costello over Schrum, Weiss, and Aylesworth. Well, heat race number 1 for the Dwarf cars goes to Steve Costello in the 5:08. He'll be joined in the main event by Dylan Schrum, Ben Weiss, Brandon Aylesworth. Eric Fromong, Chuck Conover, and Alan Kordick round out your field. Heat race number 2 up next on the pole in the 21. It's going to be Fred Dickey to the outside, making his return to the seat of a Dwarf car tonight. The 9 is Kevin Hollywood Bender. Row 2 to the inside, they call him Spanky. It's Mike Grinnert in the 12. To the outside, the 29 is Corey Eaton. Third row, 32 is Dan Guile. On the outside, the 72, Mike Reeder. Final starter in the 98 from Cameron Park is Roger Shores. Same story here. 7 cars, 8 laps, top 5 transfer to the feature. Pace truck to the infield. 8 laps the distance. Fred Dickey and Kevin Bender down to the chalk stripe. We're underway. Well, 3 wide at one point down there in turn number 1. Everyone sorts themselves out. Up front it's Dickey, but here comes Mike Spanky Grinnert. Now Dickey sideways. Kevin Bender got a piece of it. There's Dan Guile sideways as well. There's the 32 of Guile, continues on. Up front, it is Spanky leading Hollywood. Then Mike Reeder, 3 wily veterans running 1, 2, and 3. Kevin Bender, last time by, turned the fastest lap so far. He is reeling in Mike Grinnert. There's a look at your top duo, the 12 of Spanky and the 9 of Hollywood. Mike Reeder third, Corey Eaton has that 4th and final transfer spot. Battle for the top spot, here comes Bender. 4 down and 4 to go. Good close race up front still. Grinnert upstairs, Kevin Bender slides across the groove to lap number 5. Last time by, the 9 car turned the fastest lap of the heat race. Can he find a way by Grinnert? Spanky once again rides the cushion. Bender once again drifts across. 6 down, 2 to go. This time by the Coors Light, white flag is going to wave for your leader, Spanky Grinner. Kevin Bender has kept him honest all heat race long. Final set of corners. That time Grinner going to go low. Checkered flag is going to wave, presented by Swimming Pool Perfections. Give the win to Mike Grinner over Kevin Bender. Mike Reeder in third and Corey Eaton your final transfer. Well, you had some of the familiar names over the years in dwarf car racing up front in that one. Picking up the victory, Mike Spanky Grinner in the 12. Kevin Bender finished second, Mike Reeder third, and Corey Eaton your final transfer. Headed to the B main, Dan Guile, Fred Dickey, and Roger Shores. Heat race number 3 coming up next. On the pole, the 69 is Cody Schrum. He'll go alongside the 7M of Jace Badaker. Row 2 to the inside, 05 Tim Dotson. To the outside, the 22 is Narayan Shores. Third row, the 616 of Tyler Quilty and the 5 of Cheyenne Dickey. Final starter, the 174 John Durden. Once again, 8 laps, top 4 transfer. Lights go out this time by 1 to go, signal given. Jace Badaker, Narayan Shores, Tim Dotson, and Cody Schrum are the 4 cars. All 4 of these entrants will transfer to the feature as well. And here comes a car the wrong way down the ramp. There you go. We don't see that every day. Oh, the rookie flags are on it too. There you go. That explains it. So we will have 5 cars in heat race number 3. Still 1 to go after this. Again, tonight is the final appearance of the season for the NorCal Dwarf Car Association. Always a lot of fun to have this group on hand. Routinely bring a lot of cars. Always exciting racing. Now, here we go. Looking for a nice, even side-by-side start from your front row starters at that chalk stripe in turn number 4. Green is out. Jace Badaker upstairs, loses the handle, though, and will continue on. Cody Schrum in the 69 is your leader. Tim Dotson, 05, currently in the 2nd spot, followed by Narayan Shores 3rd, Cheyenne Dickey, and Jace Badaker. Good shot there of one of the Shrums in action tonight, Cody Schrum. Always one of the very professional dwarf car operations throughout California. He'll click off lap number 3. We have 3 down and 5 to go. 05 there, Tim Dotson riding along in the 2nd spot. Good looking dwarf car. Halfway home in heat race number 3. Everyone spread out across the track. 22 there, Narayan Shores in 3rd. Five down, 3 to go. Last time by, your leader, Cody Schrum, turned the fastest lap of the heat race. His lead nearly 3 seconds over Tim Dodson. This time by, white flag is going to wave, presented by Coors Light. Here at the Pay Dirt Showdown, presented by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. Cody Schrum coming up on a little bit of lap traffic. He'll take it nice and gingerly, though, down to the Ed-Ins checkered flag. Give the win to Cody Schrum. Well, good drive there for the 69 Cody Schrum, winning heat race number 3 over Tim Dodson, Jace Baddeker, Ryan Shores, and Cheyenne Dickey. Final heat race up next for the Dwarf cars. On the pole in the 88, it's Michael Tobiasen. To the outside, the 410, Chris Durden. Row 2 to the inside, the 99, Gage Myers. He'll go alongside the 42 of Isaac Guile. Final row in the 15, Sean Whitney out of Lotus, welcoming a brand new sponsor here tonight, which is Go Safely, brought to you by the Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans. And it was outside, going to be the number 50 of Elijah Schrum. So 6 cars, 8 laps, final Dwarf car heat race. Distance coming up. Tobiasen and Durden on the front row. Chris Durden from the outside of the front row will take the lead. Here comes Gage Myers challenging Michael Tobiasen for the second spot. Tobiasen trying to fend him off. Sean Whitney in the 15, expected to see him make his way forward. He gets under the 42 and gets under Gage Myers. 2 for 1 there for Little Whit. Now, what a performance he put on here last time out. Was leading the race, got into a little bit of an incident, came all the way from the back to pick up the victory by inches over Dylan Schrum that night. He is in third, but coming. Chris Durden, Michael Tobiasen, and Sean Whitney. Your top 3. Whitney sideways that time, collects the car though. Thompson's family of dealerships, number 15. Oh, Tobiasen's going to loop it after having contact there with Durden. And we'll stay green. Well, Little Whit all over Chris Durden now. Into 1 and 2, 4 down and 4 to go. Sean Whitney, your new leader down the back straightaway. He's able to get by Chris Durden for the top spots. 5 down, 3 to go. This time by Whitney, going to click off lap number 6. His lead now 7/10 of a second over Durden. White flag is going to wave this time by. Good close-up there on FloRacing of your leader. And soon to be winner, the 15, Sean Whitney, picks up the victory in heat race number 4. Durden, Myers, and Guile, your transfers. Well, he's always a fan favorite here at Placerville Speedway. Sean Whitney picks up the victory over Chris Durden, Gage Myers, Isaac Guile, your transfers. Michael Tobiasen and Elijah Schrum, your finish. That will conclude heat races for the Dwarf cars. Next up, the NARC 410 Sprint cars, and I'll send it back over to Andrew Kunis for the call.
Thank you, GT. First of 3 heat races coming up for the NARC King of the West 410 Sprint Car Series. Your first heat race presented by Brown & Miller Racing Solutions, a leader in the motorsports industry, delivering top quality products and services while pushing for continuous improvement. Check out bmrs.net. And here is your lineup for Brown & Miller Racing Solutions heat race number 1. On the pole, in the Montgomery Racing number 3 from Templeton, California, Speedway Power to Max, sponsored by Luxon Real Estate, State Paso, and Woodland Auto Display. Got his first NARC win back in July down at Santa Maria. It's Caleb Montgomery. Starting second, the Keller Motorsports 2K from Lemoore, California, Speedway Power Triple X, sponsored by Monarch Ford, Intech Oil, Dawson Mall Construction, and Legacy of California. It's Gage Garcia. Starting third in the Vertulo Racing 83V from Oakley, California, Kissel-powered Maxim, sponsored by Gary Silva, Bowman & Sons, Vallejo Martinez Coin Exchange, and Trackside Apparel, it's Dylan Bloomfield. Starting fourth, your quick qualifier in the F&F Racing number 1 X1 from Sassoon City, California, and a Donut Powered Triple X, sponsored by Bushy Financial Services, C&H Motor Parts, Sierra Single Play, and Quick Change Energy Drink, it's Chance Grasty. Starting fifth in the Carrick Racing 83T from Lincoln, California, Rider Powered Maxim, sponsored by California Waterfowl, Taylor Morrison, K1 Race Gear, and Area Helmets, it's Tanner Carrick in the 83T. Starting sixth in the Stephen Tammy Clark 12J from Windsor, California, Kistler Powered Helix, sponsored by CCI Electrical, Buster Southern Barbecue, Jerry's Valero Gas Station, Van Lair Steering Repair, it's John Clark. Starting seventh in the Eid Motorsports 14 from Fresno, Kistler Powered Maximum, sponsored by Pacific Boring, M&L Plumbing, Circle J5 Ranch, and Billet America, it's Mariah Eid. And your final starter in the Sellers Racing 15 from Sacramento, and M&S Powered Maxim Chassis, sponsored by Sellers Race Wings, Bullseye, and Swimming Pool Perfections, it's Michael Sellers. That's your lineup for Brown and Miller Racing Solutions Heat Race number 1 as we do a quick hot lap and get lined up. 8 laps is the distance. Everyone's going to the feature, but winner and the fastest qualifier who finishes top 6 on the lead lap, in this case that would be Chance Grasty. Heat race winner and fastest qualifier finishing top 6 would go to the dash. Now, if Grasty were to win this from 4th, he would be the only car to go to the dash out of this heat race. With there being 23 cars, no B main need tonight, so everyone will go to tonight's Hoosier Racing Tires feature. As Ed Entz gave them the 1 to go, lights are out. Race fans, just one question for you. Are you ready for the sprint car races? All right, first of 3 heat races for the NARC 410 sprint cars. Caleb Montgomery and Gage Garcia leading the way. Heat 1 goes green. Montgomery to the point over Garcia. Garcia's got to throw it in. Close corners, they get together and hook up over there in turns 3 and 4. Montgomery keeps it going. Yellow flag comes out. Oh my goodness. That did not work out. Montgomery keeps it going and Garcia keeps it going as well. We'll see what the officials decide here. So we're going to have to try that one again. All right, so officials are talking here and see what they decide. Montgomery believes he should be back up front. Gage Garcia believes he should be back up front. Dylan Bloomfield wants to be on the front row now. And it looks like they're going to let him go second row. So they're taking them both from the front row to the second row. So Dylan Bloomfield and Chance Grasty is your front row. Now again, that Vertulo Racing 83V, that is it. Tonight is the final NARC race for that team. They are relocating to the Midwest in just a couple of weeks. They will take part in the 360 event here next week. But the longtime California icon 83V there, this is its last NARC show. And Dylan Bloomfield behind the wheel looking for his first NARC victory. He would love to get that first NARC victory tonight for them. We'll try this again. Heat race number 1, new front row, goes green. Bloomfield to the lead over Grasty. Garcia and Montgomery getting together again. Goodness. We complete the first lap. Montgomery falls back a few spots to 6th. Bloomfield, Grasty, Garcia, Clark, Carrick, your top 5. Montgomery running in 6 over Eid and Sellers. Up front, Dylan Bloomfield in the A3V. That car has had so many different drivers in it over the years. Won a lot of races with a lot of different drivers. Bloomfield's looking for his first 410 win still. He'd love to get his first NARC win tonight, driving for that team. Grasty, all he needs to do is stay where he's at, and he's in the dash. He's running second right now in the X1. Their quick qualifier. That's Garcia running in third. Getting some seat time recently with the High Limit Racing Series. There's your battle for fourth on the FloRacing broadcast. John Clark in fourth, Tanner Carrick in fifth. White flag, one more time around. Making his way through three and out of four. Checkered flag, Dylan Bloomfield wins Brown and Miller Racing Solutions heat race number 1 over Chance Grasty, Gage Garcia, John Clark, Tanner Carrick, and the rest of the field. Your winner of heat race number 1, presented by Brown and Miller Racing Solutions in the Vertulo Racing 83V from Oakley, California. Sponsored by Gary Silva, Bowman & Sons, Vallejo and Martinez Coin Exchange, and Trackside Apparel. Let him hear ya, Dylan Bloomfield. 1 down and 2 to go. And next up will be heat race number 2, presented by Chemo's Tropical Car Wash. They have 3 locations in the greater Reedley, California area. If you're going through there after the races tonight, go get your car cleaned up. Jim Taves, owner of Chemo's Tropical Car Washes, former NARC Hammer Down Rookie of the Year. And this is how they are lining up. On the pole, in the Nick McCullough 17 from Roseville, California, Don I Powered Max, sponsored by Hanson Machine, NOS Energy Drink, Next Steel, and McCullough's RV, it's Colby Copeland. Starting second, your points leader from Hanford, California, Netto Ag 88N, Ryder Power KPC, sponsored by Netto Ag, Painting and Grain, Van de Poel, Smith Titanium, and Mechanic's Choice is DJ Netto. Starting third in the 4-2 driver development number 10 from Clovis, California, your Dave Bradway Jr. winner this year. In a Ryder Powered Max, sponsored by Gary Silva's All Natural Beef, JR Apparel, JB Critchley, and Mid-Valley Financial, it's Dominic Gordon. Starting fourth, the reigning NARC champion from Aromas, California, in the Mitri Motorsports 2X and a Fisher Powered KPC, sponsored by MitriConstruction.com, Yuba Sutter Aviation, North County Plastering, and High Performance Lubricants, it's Justin Sanders. Starting fifth in the Matt Wood Racing 17W from Fremont, California, Kistler Powered KPC, sponsored by NOS Energy Drink, Southern Pacific Farms, and MV Drywall, it's Sugar Shane Golobic. Starting sixth in the Mitri Motorsports 2XM from Reading and the Shark Powered KPC, sponsored by MitriConstruction.com, Shasta Realty Group, Steve Mann Construction, and J1S7 Suspensions, it's Max Mitri. Starting seventh in the Labatt Racing 61 from Livermore, California, Don I Power to Maximum, sponsored by Bay Area Tile, Redwood Electric Group, Metalworks, and Moss Brothers Powder Coating is Travis Labatt. And in the Tim Kneppel 85 from Placerville, and a 360 Borello Powered Maximum, sponsored by Val's K9 Services, and Rad Corporation, AutoZone of Cameron Park, it's AJ Alderman. That is your lineup for Chemo's Tropical Car Wash heat race number 2. Again, winner of this heat and the fastest qualifier finishes top 6 on the lead lap will go to the Beacon Wealth Strategies Raymond James Trophy Dash. And that quick qualifier in this heat race is Justin Sanders, starting 4th at the 2X. Now, if Sanders again were to win this heat race from 4th, he would be the only car from this heat race to go to the dash. Lights are out. Colby Copeland and the former NARC champion, the current points leader, DJ Netto, on the front row of this one. Heat 2 goes green. And Netto, to the point there, was kind of an awkward start, but they were kind of side by side. They're going to let it go, it looks like. Netto leads lap 1 over Copeland, Gordon, and Mitri. And yellow flag comes out as we had AJ Alderman have a problem over in turns 3 and 4. Slid off the track and was up on the hill there in turn 4 and brings it to a stop. And this will be a complete restart, so we'll try that one again. Caution flag coming out for AJ Alderman. He's got a 360 motor under the hood of that one. I believe he's one of the regulars here at Placerville Speedway in their weekly 360 competition. And don't forget those 2026 sprint car calendars still for sale, going around the grandstands for just $15. Lights are out. We'll try this again. Complete restart. Chemo's Tropical Car Wash Heat Race number 2. Copeland and Neto, front row. And here we go. Neto to the lead over Copeland. Dominic Gordon to third over Justin Sanders. Sanders having a much better start than he did in that first one. He goes around Gordon for third. Neto leads that first lap. And Sanders to second over Copeland. Justin Sanders on the move. Kobe Copeland in third here, but now having his hands full of Dominic Gordon. Gordon trying to make a move here. Nothing works there. Copeland holds on to the spot. Golubic running in fifth, and that 17W, and then Max Mitchell in the 2XM. White flag one more time around for DJ Neto. Into 3 and out of 4. DJ Neto wins Chemo's Tropical Car Wash Heat Race number 2 over Justin Sanders, Colby Copeland, Dominic Gordon, Shane Golubic, and the rest of the field. Your winner of Heat Race number 2 in the Neto Ag 88N from Hanford, California, sponsored by Penny Newman Grain, Van de Poel, and Smith Titanium. Let them hear you. Your points leader, DJ Neto. One more heat race coming up. It is presented by Wedge High Performance Karts, redefining what it means to race, born from a passion for speed and skill. Wedge karts aren't just machines, they're the ultimate challenge to the status quo. Check them out at wedgekarts.com. That is Wedge with no E, karts.com. And here is that lineup. We can get it to pull up here. On the pole, and the Don Bjork 7B from Oroville, California, Shaver Powered Maximum, sponsored by Bjork Construction Company, D&J Construction Rental Equipment, Roxy Properties, and Fire Protection Management. It's the Shark, Sean Becker. Starting second, the Bates Hamilton Racing 42X from Sacramento, Kissel Powered Maximum, sponsored by Burco Redwood, Lipper Construction, Final Tech, and Dan Ewart Sales. It's Justin Cox. Starting third in the JRS Motorsports 21 from Arlington, Washington, Shark Power Triple X, sponsored by Grinders Automotive and Marine, Triple X Race Co., Johansson Mechanical, and High Performance Lubricants. It's Jesse Schlotfeld. Starting fourth in the Roth Motorsports 83 from Bixby, Oklahoma, Speedway TRD Powered KPC, sponsored by Mobile One and Roth Enterprises. It's Cannon McIntosh, the USAC Midget points leader. Starting fifth in the BK Motorsports 29 from Campbell, California, Shaver Powered Max, sponsored by Alviso Rock, DF Rios, Electric Construction Company, Williams Roofing, and High Five Pizza. It's Bud Kading. Starting sixth in the PHR Racing number 92 from Auburn, California, and a Donna Powered Max, sponsored by Pacific Highway Rentals, Oroville Tax, Wilkie Masonry, and Pit Stop USA. It's Mr. Excitement, Andy Forsberg. And starting seventh in the Freitas Motorsports number 9 from Sacramento, a rider-powered KPC, sponsored by Chuck's Corvette Clinic, JKF Enterprise, Loyalty Builders, and Aloha Travel, is DJ Freitas. And just like that, the lights are out. Wedge High Performance Karts Heat 3 goes green. Becker and Coxley in the way. Oh, hold on there. Upside down goes Cannon McIntosh. We go red. Don't know if he had any help there. Probably got into the loose stuff there, and up and over he went. Safety workers on the scene, and already they're tipping that car over. First time here in a sprint car. Been here before in a midget. He's your USAC National Midget points leader. And getting the opportunity to race tonight for Roth Motorsports. This is the first time we've seen the Roth Motorsports team with NARC this season. They usually have a car going national. Of course, Buddy Kofoid out there in the World of Outlaws Trail. And most years they've had a car to running based here in California. And we see a replay thanks to Mike DeHogue, and just bicycled. Just leaned over, and it dug in, and over he went. So tough break for Cannon McIntosh. So they already got that car on the hook there. They got the car on the hook. Cannon McIntosh is okay. And imagine they'll have a lot of work to do before bringing that car out for the main event later on tonight. A lot of work to do here. They probably will not be back out for this heat race. But McIntosh, very limited sprint car experience, where he's a standout in the midgets. And as we mentioned, your points leader with the USAC National Midgets, who will be here in November, by the way. Gary, we got the Hangtown 100 coming up here in just about 2.5 months or so.
Yeah, we're getting ready for the Hangtown 100. Yeah, there's Cannon McIntosh. But, yeah, we're really looking forward to the Hangtown 100 November 15th and 16th with the USAC National Midgets. Tickets, I think, will be on sale next week on the website. I know they were supposed to go online September the 1st, but I hadn't got a chance to double-check that. But I know that everyone that reserved their seats last year, they had until right around September 1st to renew their seats. But, yeah, we hope everyone will come out and join us 2 nights of USAC National Midget Racing, and that's part of a big, big swing this year with Merced, Plaza Park. A host of other tracks are having the midgets as well.
And one of those events just became the Chase Johnson Classic as well. That's a pretty neat deal for our friend Chase Johnson.
That was very cool what Doug Lockwood, Merced Speedway are doing down there with the Chase Johnson Classic. It doesn't get better than Placerville and Merced Speedway. That November swing, I know a lot of the fans really, really look forward to that. I myself look forward all year long to see the midgets at both Merced and Placerville because these are 2 tracks tailor-suited for them.
Got the field rolling again. So they'll shuffle the back half of this heat race field. McIntosh originally started 4th. And McIntosh, had he finished top 6, he would have been in the dash, but he won't be now, so that opens the opportunity for a different driver. In the meantime, winner does go to the dash. We'll try this again. Heat race number 3 goes green. The McTech Titanium restart zone. And Justin Cox motors it around the outside. Cox to the lead. Becker running second over Jesse Schlotfeld, Bud Kading, Andy Forsberg, and DJ Freitas. Cox leading the 42X. There's only been a couple of NARC races this year. He's been running regularly here at Placerville in the 360. Bud Kading, the 29, running in 4th. Currently 3rd in the points. Going to tonight's event. Cox, winner on the NARC Trail last year up in Cottage Grove during the fastest 5 days. Knows his way around Placerville Speedway very well. There's Sean Becker, second place points man. Trying to chase down Justin Cox. Jesse Schlotfeld Got his first NARC win back in June up in Cottage Grove, Oregon. Running third in that 21 car. First time visit here to Placerville Speedway. White flag one more time around. Down the back straightaway and then through 3 and out of 4. Justin Cox wins Wedge High Performance Karts Heat Race number 3 over Sean Becker, Jesse Schlotfeld, Bud Kading, Andy Forsberg, and DJ Freitas. Your winner in the Bates Hamilton Racing number 42X from Sacramento, sponsored by Burco Redwood, Lipper Construction, Vinyl Tech, and Dan Ewart Sales. Let him hear ya, Justin Cox. What an impressive start. Got up on the high side and just put the gas pedal to the floor and just motored around the outside to take the lead off of turn 2 and never looked back from there. Justin Cox wins Wedge High Performance Karts Heat Race number 3. He's going to the Beacon Wealth Strategies Raymond James Trophy Dash. They'll be coming up here in just a little bit. That's going to wrap up heat race action. So all that's left is a Dwarf Car B-Main, NARC Trophy Dash, Dwarf Car feature, and your 30-lap NARC 410 Sprint Car main event presented by Hoosier Racing Tires.
Well, once again, a big thank you to Trackside Apparel for donating some shirts to be given away tonight. I'm going to ask a couple of quick trivia questions. If you know the answer to this, come on up, turn 4 side of the announce booth. Let's see here. Again, some of the drivers that you can find in the Trackside Apparel Company trailer. Dylan Bloomfield, Andy Forsberg, Justin Sanders. A little bit of track prep as we see Scott Russell out there on the tractor. Tanner Carrick, Max Mitri, Dominic Gordon, Jody Robinson. Let's see here. Who was the winner of the high limit race here last month? What driver was the winner here last month? If you know that answer, come on up. We'll give you a t-shirt courtesy of Trackside Apparel. Justin Sanders is 100% accurate. We'll get you a Trackside shirt. Once again, turn 4 side of the announce booth, please. Scorekeepers are over there trying to get lineups and everything. Let's see here. What title did Max Mitri win in July of this year? What championship did he win? If you know that answer, come on up, turn 4 side of the booth, and you'll win a shirt courtesy of Trackside Apparel Company. Once again, what title did Max Mitri win in July? You'll get a free t-shirt. Again, talking to one of our former California promoters, Peter Murphy's inviting some of the West Coast drivers down to New Zealand. Caleb Montgomery, Tanner Holmes, Mariah Eade, a few others, and myself heading down in December for a couple of weeks down in New Zealand.
Yeah, take me with you. I want to go see some sprint car racing.
I might need a guide or something. Yeah, maybe Peter can do it. But yeah, thank you to the promoters down there bringing in some people. I know that Jonathan Aller, Joel Myers Jr., a couple of other California drivers will be down there for at least 2 weekends in New Zealand. Cromwell Speedway. We'll get the live feed update. But yeah, Peter Murphy's working on some stuff for the West Coast peeps. Still looking for a winner. Do you know what Max Mitri won in July? There was some sort of a tour that went up to Washington that Max Mitri won. Yeah, stopped in Oregon, finished up at Skagit and Elma. Started Chico, Placerville. We got a drock. WST Speedway. That is absolutely correct. Let's get you a shirt. And here come the NorCal Dwarf cars. "12 laps of distance, top 4 transfer from the Dwarf car B main." There is a look at that big giant moon on FloRacing. Mike DeHoe getting a good shot. I know that our old friend Brandon O'Rourke has that special camera to get the good moon shot. Oh, great looking there with the Barrico Redwood scoreboard. Number 40, Eric Fromong is on the pole. This one, he'll go alongside the 32 of Dan Guile. Row 2, the 5 of Cheyenne Dickey, and the 88 of Michael Tobiasen. Third row, the 52 Chuck Conover, and the 21 of Fred Dickey. 50, Elijah Schrum, the 49 Alan Kordick, and 98 of Roger Shores, your starting lineup. Once again, 12 laps of distance. Top 4 will transfer. Next up after this is going to be your sprint car dash. And then, as Andrew said, 2 main events to conclude the Pay Dirt Showdown presented by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. Happy birthday to John Clark and Jolene Truly as well. John turning 26, Jolene 25. Green flag off turn 4. Dan Guile, 32, jumping out to the lead. Here comes the 88. Michael Tobiasen has a good run, though. Opening lap led by Guile. Oh, he's got Tobiasen all over him. Battle for third, side by side, Fromong and Fred Dickey. Up front, though, side by side for the lead. New leader, it's Michael Tobiasen. New name for us here at Placerville Speedway. Move the 88 up front. Dan Guile relegated back to the second spot, followed by Fromong and Fred Dickey. '88 car is ripping around this quarter mile. Last time by, down to a low 14-second lap. Oh, big push, though, in turn 4. He'll hop the cushion and click off lap number 4. '32 of Dan Guile motoring along there in the second spot. Fred Dickey, the 21, is your final transfer. However, he's going to have company soon in the form of Chuck Conover. Right there, that is the battle for the final transfer spot. The blue 21 has it. Chuck Conover wants it, however. 6 laps down and 6 to go. Chuck Conover looking to the inside of Dickey. Dickey fends him off, working through some lap traffic. Conover going to go around the outside of the lapper. 7 laps down for Michael Tobiasen. Last time by, turned the fastest lap so far in the B main. His lead is nearly 3 seconds over Dan Guile. And we're going to go red. Fred Dickey has done what we saw so many times this year. Got over turn 2. Caught the ramp and sends him upside down to bring out the red flag. Safety crew quickly on the scene. That was a big one there for Fred Dickey. We've sent it about 5 or 6 times with the sprint car this year. Kenny Vogeley with Placerville Speedway. Leaning in. Looks like he is communicating with Fred Dickey. Going to take a look at a FloRacing replay, possibly. Not going to be on Flow, though. We're going to go to the personal cell phone. Again, Dickey was in that final transfer spot. Gets tight, hangs it over the right, bangs that big white tire and sends him up. Well, good news, race fans. Fred Dickey is okay. Everything is good to go with the driver, the 21. That was a wicked tumble after, again, getting over the edge in turn number 2. We talked about it a little bit earlier tonight. It's kind of deceiving just how high the bank is and the drop-off over there in turn 2. So once tonight's action is complete, we invite you over there to take a look and just see how drastic that drop-off is in the second corner. I think it was Chase Getz out of Washington came down a few years ago, and early in the day he said, how do you get off the track without tipping over? Well, just got to gas it. As we have 7 laps down, 5 to go in the B main, Michael Tobiasen, very impressive up front in the 88. That's your leader. Dan Giles second, Eric Vermung third, and Chuck Conover now into the final transfer spot. Well, here we go. 7 laps down and 5 to go. Michael Tobiasen sets the pace inside the ANRAC Corporation fire-off zone. He's in it. And we're green. Again, top 4 will transfer into the Dwarf car main event. Good start for Tobiasen over Guile, Fromong, and Chuck Conover. Good look there at the TMC 88 of Tobiasen, pulling away from the field. Nine laps down, however, soon to be 2 to go for Tobiasen. His lead, 3.5 seconds, back to Dan Guile. This time by flagman Ed Ince is going to wave the white flag. Quarter mile to go for the 88s. Working a little bit of traffic down the back straightaway for the final time. Into turn 3 and soon to be off at turn number 4. Checker's going to wave. It's Michael Tobiasen dominating the B main. Dan Guile will finish second. Eric Fromong and Chuck Conover. Well, he made it look easy in the B main. The 88F is Michael Tobiasen. He'll transfer to the main event with Dan Guile, Eric Fromong, and Chuck Conover. Those are your transfer spots.
And now the time has come for our Beacon Wealth Strategies Raymond James Trophy Dash. Great to see Brad Kennedy up here. But Beacon Wealth Strategies features a complete team of professionals to offer a depth of resources, expertise, and commitment needed to actively manage and preserve your wealth. Check out raymondjames.com/Beacon Wealth. They are located in Roseville, California. And here is the lineup for that dash. On the pole, in the Vertulo Racing 83V, sponsored by Gary Silva, Bowman & Sons, Vallejo Martinez Coin Exchange, and Trackside Apparel, it's Dylan Bloomfield. Again, the Vertulo Racing team's final NARC race. Starting second, in the Bates Hamilton Racing 42X, sponsored by Burco Redwood, Lipper Construction, Final Tech, and Dan Ewert Sales, it's Justin Cox. Starting third, in the Netto Ag 88N, your points leader, sponsored by Netto Ag, Penny Newman Grain, Van de Paul, and Smith Titanium, it's DJ Netto. Starting fourth, in the Don Bjork 7B, sponsored by Bjork Construction Company, D&J Construction Rental Equipment, Roxy Properties, and Fire Protection Management, it's the Shark, Sean Becker. Starting fifth, in the Mitchell Motorsports 2X, sponsored by MitchellConstruction.com, Yuba Sutter Aviation, North County Plastering, and High Performance Lubricants, is the reigning NARC champion, Justin Sanders. And starting sixth, in the F&F Racing X1, sponsored by Bushy Financial Services and C&H Motor Parts and Sierra Single Ply Quick Change Energy Drink, it's Chance Grasty. And just like that, lights are out. How they finish is how they'll start the feature. Your Raymond James Beacon Wealth Strategies Trophy Dash goes green. Oh, Bloomfield trying to make a slider. Does not work. He falls back to third as Cox, Justin Cox, out to lead. He leads that first lap. Sean Becker running second. There's Dylan Bloomfield, Justin Sanders, Grassi, and Netto. Bloomfield running third, battling with Sanders, trying to hold on to that spot. Quick 6-lap race. We're halfway through, 3 down, or 3 to go, and make that 2. Justin Cox is cruising. Knows this track very well, races here a lot. And a white flag coming out for the Bates Hamilton Racing 42X. Making his way through 3, and out of 4. If you blinked, you missed it. Dash is over just like that. Justin Cox wins it over Sean Becker, Dylan Bloomfield, Justin Sanders, Chance Grasty, and DJ Netto. Your winner in the Bates Hamilton Racing 42X from Sacramento, a Kistler Power to Maximum, sponsored by Burco Redwood, Lipper Construction, Final Tech, and Dan Ewert Sales. Justin Cox gets it done. He's your pole sitter for tonight's NARC main event here at the Pay Dirt Showdown. And he's going to be tossing a Frisbee here in just a moment. After first, talking with Jim Allen. And Jim Allen, whenever you're ready, it's all yours, my friend.
All right, race fans, give it up for your very own, your Raymond James Financial Services Beacon Wealth Strategies Dash winner, Justin Cox. Well, I can tell where you've been running most of this year. You had this one dialed. You basically checked out in a 6-lap dash.
Yeah, you know, after breaking my back there, I came back, wanted to race at home a little bit, be around the kids as they grow up, and it's paying off. Slow start to the season. I really don't race a lot. It's like race number 15. So Josh Bates has this thing rolling, man, and they've been racing a lot this year, so they have some good notes on the 410 side, and I've won everything here but a 410 show, so we're going to give it hell tonight. It's a tricky track. I'm wore out, but I told Tim Berry we're going to get her done tonight, so we'll see what we can do for Burco Redwood.
You guys look like you're all doing like you're kind of cutting down there like a football down there in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, it almost bit me. I live and die by the high side here. I might have to figure it out a little bit better to get through there, but you have 1,000 horsepower and can just mash the heck out of it. So just getting used to it again. 360s are kind of lazy, so this is kind of a cakewalk, honestly, here. So again, it's a long 30 laps. There's amazing guys behind me, so pressure's on.
All right, well, we wish you luck in the feature. Here's what we got. We got a $100 Frisbee. Unfortunately, that's not for you. You're going to go chuck that to a fan in the grandstand as soon as we take some photos here. All right, race fans, if you show Justin Cox some love, he might aim that $100 Frisbee in your direction. Even with the bad back, I think he can chuck that thing up into the top rows. Winner.
All right, whoever got that Frisbee, bring it up here to the announce booth on the turn 4 side. Turn 4 side. Come to the announce booth. Here you got a $100 gift card from Beacon Wealth Strategies, Raymond James. Again, they are located in Roseville. Go check them out at raymondjames.com/Beacon Wealth. And get some help on how to manage your fortune. See the NARC officials giving away thunder sticks. Other goodies here. Ed Ensar flagman. Again, presented by Tarleton and Son. Of course, you know the Tarleton Motorsports team, big supporters of sprint car racing here on the West Coast. There's Ava. Got some more of the goodies to give away. And again, if you got that Frisbee from Justin Cox, if you got that Frisbee you just threw into the grandstands, bring it up here to the booth because you got a $100 gift card coming your way. Again, if you got that Frisbee, please bring that up here to the announce booth.
Well, the NorCal Dwarf car is on track for their 20-lap A main. First of two to cap off the Pay Dirt Showdown, presented by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. 410 Chris Durden is on the pole. He'll go alongside the 05 of Tim Dotson. Row 2, the 9 Kevin Bender and the 31 of Dylan Schrum. Third row, Sean Whitney in the 15 and the 69 of Cody Schrum. Fourth row will be comprised of the 12, Mike Grinnert, and the 508 of Steve Costello. Fifth row on the inside, 57, Ben Weiss. To the outside, the 72, Mike Reeder. Row 6 will be made up of the 7, Jace Banneker, and the 99 of Gage Myers. Row 7, 41, Brandon Aylesworth, and the 29 of Corey Eaton. Eighth row, the 22, Narayan Shores, 42, Isaac Guile, and then moving back to your B-main transfers, Michael Tobias and Dan Guile, Eric Fromong, and Chuck Conover. Again, this is the final NorCal Dwarf Car event of the season at Placerville. Sean Whitney, 3 wins this season. Mike Grinnert and Mike Reeder both have single victories to their credit. And lights out. 20 laps of racing coming up for the NorCal Dwarf Car Association. Chris Durden from Hollister, California, and Alberta's Tim Dotson will bring us down to the green flag in turn 4. Racing through 1 and 2. Good start for Dylan Schrum in the 31. He's already in second. Going to challenge your leader now off turn number 4. Dylan Schrum going to motor around, and he'll lead the opening lap. That was an impressive move. Thunder sticks all lit up, waving around the grandstands. That's a cool sight. Kevin Bender in the 9 gets to the inside of the 05. They battle into 3 and 4. Oh, rush hour traffic. 3 wide down the front stretch. Sean Whitney, the meat in the sandwich. Spanky Grinnert makes the pass at Dotson. Move him up a spot. Kevin Bender now working on Chris Durden. He'll make the pass. Hollywood up into second. Haven't seen him in quite some time. He is looking mighty good tonight. However, Chris Durden motors right back around. Dylan, now Durden going to hop the cushion. He'll drop a few spots. Oh, contact Sean Whitney into him, and he'll continue. Durden had gotten sideways. Whitney nowhere to go. He kept his foot in it. Sean Whitney ahead of Mike Grinnert now, going to try and get by the second place car, Kevin Bender. Oh, a little diamond maneuver. That was sweet for Sean Whitney. Move the 15 up to second. Top 2, the 2 drivers that finished in a dead heat, darn near a dead heat here last month. Dylan Schrum setting a torrid pace early, however, with 6 laps down. Sean Whitney in second. Kevin Bender third. Mike Grinnert fourth. Grinnert has a good run on Bender. Into turn 3, Spanky to the inside of Hollywood. Oh, might have been some contact there. Both of them able to keep going, though. Mike Reeder trying to go around the outside of Grinnert now. You're watching it. Oh, Mike Reeder 2 for 1. Contact between him and the 9 car. They all continue. And action all around this quarter mile. Don't look now. Sean Whitney is reeling in your leader. Mike Grinnert to the inside of Mike Reeder now, as is Bender and Costello. Up front, though, Whitney not far behind Dylan Schrum. 9 laps down. Half a second is the gap. Down the back straightaway, your top 2 are pulled away from the rest of the field. Whitney going to drive deep on the high line. He once again diamonds the exit. Tries to pull alongside Dylan Schrum into 1 and 2. He's got him. Sean Whitney, your new leader. Does Dylan Schrum have anything to get back by now? 1 lap car ahead of your leaders as they will click off lap number 11. Now Whitney's got to find a way by the lap or he'll go to the outside. Oh, that was a bold move there for Sean Whitney. He made it work, though. This time by lap number 12. It's Whitney, Schrum, Mike Grinnert, Kevin Bender, Steve Costello in the top 5. Leader working some lap traffic at turn number 1. Whitney is able to get by. 1 lap car between himself and Schrum. Oh, car sideways in 3 and 4. That'll draw yellow. Caution flag waves with 13 laps down as shown on the Berco Redwood scoreboard. Isaac Guile in the 42. Now 13 fast and furious laps by the Dwarf cars. That was good stuff. With 7 laps to go, Sean Whitney is your leader of this race, looking for his 4th Placerville win of the season. Dylan Schrum going to restart 2nd, Mike Grinner 3rd, Kevin Bender, and Steve Costello. Again, up next is your NARC 410 Sprint Car Series finale. $5,000 to win the Pay Dirt Showdown. Again, a huge thank you to the folks at Sierra Nevada Brewing Company, a brand new partner here in 2025, tonight's presenting sponsor. Well, Texas-style restart. Sean Whitney going to set the pace inside the NARC Corporation fire-off zone. Mike Grenert looking to get under Dylan Schrum for the runner-up position. They'll fight it out. Into turn 3 moves Spanky up to P2. 6 to go this time by. Kevin Bender got into the infield berm. He'll continue on, though. This time by, there'll be 5 laps remaining in the Dwarf car finale. Good side-by-side racing all throughout the field. Been some fantastic Dwarf car racing at Placerville Speedway this season. Four to go. Kevin Bender, 9 in. Relegates a spot there. 88 car of Michael Tobiasen from the B-main up into 4th. Battle for 2nd. Dylan Schrum jumps back to the inside of Grinner. Grinner returns the favor down the front stretch, though, with 3 to go. Man, Michael Tobiasen, so impressive after that B-main victory. He's now closing and all over your top 2. Sean Whitney, though, is going to click off the 2 to go signal. Schrum, Kevin Bender going at it, and we're got a car sideways. We stay. Nope, yellow's going to wave. Yellow is out on lap number 18. Well, caution flag waves with 2 to go. Tim Dotson there, the 05. And that will set up a green-white checkered restart. Up front, Sean Whitney, Mike Grenard 2nd, Dylan Schrum 3rd, and how about Michael Tobiasen from the B-main up into 4th? He's been on a mission, making the long haul up from down in Ramona, California. Lineup is good. We'll get set for a green-white checkered conclusion. So, believe this is the final point show for the NorCal division. Dylan Schrum looking to wrap up that championship. Sean Whitney getting set to enter the NRAC start zone. Green-white checkered. And Kevin Bender, or rather Mike Grinner, all over Whitney. Here comes Shrum to the inside. They go 3 wide, darn near with Tobiasen on the inside. A little squeeze play there in turn number 3. They got out of it. White flag is going to wave. Good 3-car battle for second. You're watching it at home. Tobiasen slips to the inside of Grinner's. As we get set for the final set of corners, Sean Whitney has been the man at Placerville Speedway this year. He'll get the win. Second is going to go to Shrum and then Tobiasen. Here he is. Sean Whitney adds, I believe, his 4th victory of the Placerville Speedway season. Been a magical year here on the red dirt for Little Wit. We'll get him out here front and center so Mr. DeHoe can see him. Well, Sean, the last time you were here, I think you won by about 2 inches. Tonight you made it look a little easier for you, but congratulations. It's been a fantastic season for you here in Placerville.
Yeah, it's been an awesome season at Placerville. That last race was a pretty crazy race, so glad it made it a little bit better this time, and, you know, a good way to finish the season out here at Placerville.
Well, I know you have some people to thank. I think you have a brand new partner on this car as well.
Yeah, everyone that's helped me out here, Thompson's, GoPro, Adco Drivelines. Don London used to support me. He passed away, but he was a big part of this car. Clutchfield Motors, Hangtown Sheet Metal, and then Darren at B&B Chassis for building an awesome car, and Ben Weiss at Nake Suspension. He's always got this car dialed in. And then I think into this year and going into next year, we've got a new sponsor, Go Safe California. So, you know, thanks for them for helping me out. And, yeah.
Awesome job. We'll see you back here next year.
All right. Thank you, Gary.
All right. That's Sean Whitney, tonight's Dwarf car winner. 1 race to go. It is your NARC 410 finale. We'll send him back upstairs. Andrew Kunis, you have the lineup.
Thank you, Gary. The time has come for your 30 lap Hoosier Racing Tires main event for the NARC King of the West 410 Sprint Cars here at the Pay Dirt Showdown, our second and final visit of the season to Placerville Speedway here in Old Hangtown. Bagtech Titanium paying $10 a lap for each lap led, and they are also sponsoring the Restart Zone. The work area is brought to you by Winters Performance. And here is your lineup. We will start at the back of the field. We'll do a abbreviated lineup here. Starting 23rd in the Tim Kneppel 85 from Placerville, California, sponsored by Val's K9 Services and ANRAC Corporation, it's AJ Alderman. Starting at 22nd in the Sellers Racing number 15 from Sacramento, sponsored by Sellers Race Wings and Bullseye, it's Michael Sellers. Inside of him, starting 21st, making his second career NARC start in the Labatt Racing 61 from Livermore, California, sponsored by Bay Area Tile and Redwood Electric Group, it's Travis Labatt. Row 10 on the outside. In the Ead Motorsports 14 from Fresno, sponsored by Pacific Boring and M&L Plumbing, it's Mariah Ead. And starting 19th in the Roth Motorsports 83 from Bixby, Oklahoma, sponsored by Mobile One and Roth Enterprises, it's Cannon McIntosh. Starting outside of row 9, 18th. In the Freitas Motorsports number 9 from Sacramento, California, sponsored by Chuck's Corvette Clinic and JKF Enterprise, it's DJ Freitas. Inside of him, starting 17th in the Mitri Motorsports 2XM from Redding, California, sponsored by MitriConstruction.com and Shasta Realty Group, it's Max Mitri. Row 8 on the outside, starting 16th in the Montgomery Racing number 3 from Templeton, California, sponsored by Luxon Real Estate and Stay Paso. He was your first-time winner. Back in July at Santa Maria Speedway, it's Caleb Montgomery. Starting 15th inside of row 8 in the PHR Racing number 92 from Auburn, California, sponsored by Pacific Highway Rentals and Oroville Tax with the all-time greats, Mr. Excitement, Andy Forsberg. Row 7 on the outside, starting 14th on the Matt Wood Racing 17W from Fremont, California. Sponsored by NOS Energy Drink and Southern Pacific Farms, it's Sugar Shane Golobic. And inside, starting 13th in the Carrick Racing 83T from Lincoln, California. Sponsored by California Waterfowl. And Taylor Morrison K1 Race Gear, it's Tanner Carrick. Row 6 on the outside in the Stephen Tammy Clark. Number 12J from Windsor, California, sponsored by CCI Electrical and Buster's Southern Barbecue, it's John Clark. Inside of him, starting 11th in the BK Motorsports number 29 from Campbell, California, sponsored by Alviso Rock and DF Rios. He was your winner of the Johnny Key Classic last month. It's Bud Kading. Starting 10th in the 10, a 4-2 driver development entry from Clovis, California, sponsored by Silva's All Natural Beef and J.I. Apparel. It's Dominic Gordon. He won the Dave Bradway Jr. Memorial here back in May. Starting 9th in the JRS Motorsports 21 from Arlington, Washington, sponsored by Grinders Automotive and Marine and Triple X Race Co. is Jesse Schlotfeld. He got his first win back in June up in Cottage Grove, Oregon. Row 4 on the outside. In the Keller Motorsports 2K from Lemoore, California, sponsored by Monarch Ford and Intech Oil, it's Gage Garcia. And starting 7th, in Nick McCullough, 17 from Roseville, California, sponsored by Hanson Machine and NOS Energy Drink, it's Colby Copeland. Starting 6th, in the Netto Ag 88N from Hanford, California, sponsored by Penny Newman Grain and Van de Paul, it's your points leader, DJ Netto. Starting 5th, your quick qualifier tonight in the F&F Racing number X1 from Sassoon City, California, sponsored by Bushy Financial Services and C&H Motor Parts, it's Chance Grasty. Starting 4th, the reigning NARC champion, the Mitri Motorsports 2X from Aromas, California, MitriConstruction.com, and Yuba Sutter Aviation, the sponsors for Justin Sanders. Justin Sanders, he won the high limit race here just the other weekend. Starting 3rd in the 83V, the Vertulo Racing entry, the team's final NARC start tonight. The driver from Oakley, California, sponsored by Gary Silva and Bowman Sons of Vallejo and Martinez Coin Exchange, it's Dylan Bloomfield. And on the front row, on the outside, starting 2nd in the Don Bjork 7B from Oroville, California, sponsored by Bjork Construction Company and D&J Construction Rental Equipment, it's the Shark, Sean Becker. And on the pole, the Bates Hamilton Racing 42X from Sacramento, sponsored by Burco Redwood and Lipper Construction, it's Justin Cox. That is your lineup for the main event. Presented by Hoosier Racing Tires. 30 laps we are going. Again, Begtech Titanium paying $10 for each lap led. And they are sponsoring the restart zone in turn 4 as well. Winners Performance is the sponsor of our work area up there above turns 3 and 4. Again, we welcome everyone watching on FloRacing. Hope you've enjoyed everything tonight, watching from home or wherever you may be out there. We make sure that everybody is where they need to be before we give them the signal to do the most awesome sight in motorsports. Dominic Gordon, starting 10th. He won the Dave Bradway Jr. Memorial here back in May. He's got his work cut out for him this time around if he wants to do it again. Justin Cox, Sean Becker, both NARC winners last year. No wins for either of them this year, but Becker is 2nd in the points. Keep an eye on both those front row starters. Dylan Bloomfield, he challenged for the lead here at the Bradway back in May. He's looking for his first NARC win. He would love to do it tonight because that is that team's final NARC appearance before they relocate to the Midwest here in just a matter of weeks here. They'll be racing the 360 program here next week, and then they are done. And meanwhile, the signal has been given. Time to get on your feet, race fans, for the most awesome sight in motorsports. The FloRacing 4-wide salute to you, the fans. Thank you all for joining us here tonight in Placerville. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, these are the stars and cars of the NARC King of the West 410 Sprint Car Series. Let them hear you, Placerville. Thank you all so much for joining us here tonight at Placerville Speedway. At this time, we ask that you all please take your seats. Everyone, please take your seats so everyone behind you can see. As Ed Eds gives them the one to go. We're going to turn them loose next time by. Race fans, are you ready? As GT here likes to say, it's about to go down in Old Hangtown. Justin Cox, Sean Becker will lead the way for 30 laps around Placerville Speedway. Batten down the hatches and hold on, folks. Here we go. Becker to the lead over Cox. Cox gonna throw it in. Slider over in turn 4. Becker turns it down. Becker leads at the line. Sanders running through. Here comes the Cox, gonna throw it again over in turn number 4. He bobbles him. Becker back to the point. Big time battle for the lead in the first laps. Becker moves ahead. Justin Sanders to second, at least for the moment. Cox fights back. Cox has second at the line. Here comes Sanders inside again off of 2. He takes second going into turn 3. Bloomfield running 4th. Gage Garcia in 5th. Already 4 laps into this thing and a lot of good racing already. Traffic ahead already for Sean Becker. 5 laps into this. On this small of a racetrack with this many cars, traffic comes into play real fast. Sanders trying to close in on Becker. Justin Cox, Dylan Bloomfield, Gage Garcia, the rest of the top 5 are going to try to take advantage here and see if they can pass some cars and move up to challenge Becker. Oh, red flag! Shane Golobic went over in turn 4 as Shane Golobic in the Matt Wood Racing 17W. And word from the scene, Shane Golobic is okay. Didn't see what happened here, but Mike DeHook says he did not get it either, so looks like we won't have any replay available. Golobic was running 13th as of the last completed lap 6. So safety workers are on the scene. We know Golobic is okay. In the meantime, there, those first few laps, race fans, what'd you think of that? Becker and Cox going at it. Then Becker out to the point. Sanders moved to second, and Sanders was closing in on Sean Becker as they began battling with slower traffic. The track will be clear ahead of Becker for at least a little bit when we go to the restart. So this is your unofficial top 10 right now. Sean Becker is your leader. Justin Sanders second. Justin Cox is third. Fourth will be Dylan Bloomfield. Gage Garcia in 5th. And DJ Neto, Dominic Gordon, John Clark, Chance Grasty, and Jesse Schlottfelt. That is your unofficial top 10. Schlottfelt, first time visiting Placerville Speedway. The driver from Washington in that blue, white, and silver number 21 car. Jim Allen reporting from the scene here. that Galbic, as we already know, is okay there, but sounds like he's not too happy with someone said he got run over. That was the word from the scene here. So it sounds like contact with another car. Cars getting pushed back off. There's DJ Freitas getting pushed off the number 9 car. Driver from just down the road from here in Sacramento. Ran a handful of races with us, and his brother Dustin ran a handful of races with us as well. Sounds like Freitas was the car that Galbeck had contact with. So Gary Thomas here doing a little research, and it sounds like Sean Becker's last 410 win here at this track was with NARC King of the West 11 years ago. July 19, 2014, we think was the last time that Sean Becker won a 410 feature here. And driving the main motorsports car that night. Now he's in the Don Bjork 7B. DJ Neto in the 88N had the points lead going to the night, but meanwhile, Cannon McIntosh in the work area in the Roth Motorsports 83 car, the winner's performance work zone. Up there above turn 3. One of the more unique work areas in racing. You're up on the hillside here. This is one of the more unique places you'll see out there, as McIntosh, who was upside down in his heat race earlier, leaves the winner's performance work zone. Been here before in a midget, but never in a wing sprint car, and learned very quickly here that they don't drive the same. He went upside down, but he did put down third quick in qualifying. As the field rolls, Sean Becker, second in the points. Going into tonight's races, 17 points back of DJ Neto, who is running 6th. Becker has not won this season. He would love to get that first win of the season tonight. And eat up some of Neto's points lead. Neto has won twice this year. He won the season opener at the Salute to Leroy Van Connet at the Stockton Dirt Track back in March. He also won in May down in Antioch. Lights are out. Double foul restart. Sean Becker, Justin Sanders front row as they approach the MECTEC Titanium restart zone. 6 laps completed. And we're back underway. Great restart for Becker. And Bloomfield goes to 3rd over Justin Cox. Sanders trying to challenge, nothing there. Becker looking for his first NARC win in more than a year. Andy Forsberg with a problem. He takes the 92 to the pit area. We stay green. 8 down, 9 down this time by. A look at the rest of the field. Sanders trying to make a move on Becker. Still nothing there. Traffic ahead. Alderman crossed up in front of your leaders. Becker trying to clear Alderman. He does. Doesn't take very long on this little bull ring for your leaders to get into slower traffic. Bloomfield trying to close in on Sanders with Cox in tow. Sanders got several wins this year. He has 6. Becker is looking for his first win on the NARC Trail this season, his first in more than a year. Bloomfield going after Sanders for 2nd. Sanders Sanders squeezes by one of the slower cars, trying to keep pace with Becker. Bloomfield can't take advantage of any of it, at least for the moment. We're halfway through this time by. 15 now, 15 to go. A little bit of clear track for a moment for Becker. Sanders trying to get that thing wound up on the outside. Caution on the Speedway. Trouble over in turn 2. Dominic Gordon facing the wrong direction. In the 4-2 driver development number 10, your winner of the day, Bradway Junior Memorial here back in the spring. Gordon was running in 7th on that last completed lap. We are halfway through. 15 down, 15 to go. Sean Becker has led the entire way, but it's gotten challenged a little bit. He said ka-ching every lap here so far. $150 already clinched from MechTech Titanium. $10 a pop for each lap led. And we'll see where Gordon wants to go. And it looks like they're going to try and just push him back off. Sean Becker is your leader. Justin Sanders second. Dylan Bloomfield third. Justin Cox fourth. Gage Garcia having one of his better runs of the season in fifth right now. DJ Neto, Dominic Gordon. Whoop. Dominic Gordon's no longer seventh here. Jesse Schlotfeld will be seventh now. Then John Clark, Chance Grasty, and Bud Kading, unofficially your top 10. Looking at the My Race Pass app here on my phone, seeing the unofficial live timing. Great tool to have. You can see where your favorite driver is running. Again, just a small cost to have the MRP app download on your phone and see where your favorite driver is running. As they double file, we are halfway through. 15 down and 15 to go here at the Pay Dirt Showdown at the Placerville Speedway Bullring, as Dominic Gordon takes it to the pit area. He fired off, but then drove off. He's going to stop in the Winners Performance Work Zone here, but he had his chance, I believe, to go to the pit area earlier. The lights are out. Because he didn't go to the work area right away, I believe, here, he does not get the time. Lights are out. And nope. Just as I say that, they turn the yellow lights back on. Gordon was the cause for the caution here. He could have gone to the work area right away and gotten time to do whatever he needed to do to the car. But he pushed off and joined the field for a moment and then drove off the racetrack. But whatever they did, it was quick as he fires back off. In the 4-2 driver development number 10, he'll tag the back of the field. Lights are out as they approach the MechTech Titanium restart zone. Becker has led the entire way so far. Back underway, 15 to go. Justin Sanders trying to get a run, trying to get that thing wound up on the outside. Becker working the bottom there, and Sanders trying to get a run, but Becker slid up a little bit. Sanders gonna go up top again. Becker running a higher line this time. Make sure Sanders can't get that run. Good race for the lead up front. Dylan Bloomfield lurking in the 83V in third. 12 to go. This stays green. They'll be in traffic again just a few laps or so. Sanders trying a different line that time in turns 1 and 2. Back to the top side here. Bloomfield closing in on Sanders. Could have ourselves a 3-car battle for the lead here shortly. Traffic is coming up. Colby Copeland to the pit area. We stay green. 9 laps to go this time by. Sanders trying to stay glued to the bottom. Over in 1 and 2. going back up top here. He is searching all over the racetrack here, trying to find some way to get around Sean Becker as they are once again in traffic. Problem for Bloomfield, loses some ground to Sanders. 7 laps to go. Becker looking for his first win more than a year. And 6 more. Heavy traffic in front of Sean Becker. Sanders trying to get that thing wound up. He goes low. Becker goes low as well. Becker's got decisions to make. So does Sanders. 5 to go. Gonna be 4 to go this time by. Sanders gets inside of Becker. Sanders to the lead with 4 to go. Justin Sanders to the point. Here comes Dylan Bloomfield going after Becker for second. Gets held by the slower car. Becker holds on to second. Laps are winding down. 2 laps to go. Justin Sanders was out of that car for really a month and showing speed right away. Off of turn 4, he sees the white flag one more time around. Bloomfield is second on the final lap, but up front through 3 and out of 4. Another win here at Placerville for Justin Sanders. Bloomfield is second, Becker is third, Cox, Garcia fifth, Neto, Krasny, Schlafeld, Montgomery, Kading, and the rest of the field. He won the high limit race here just the other week in someone else's car. Going to be traveling to Pennsylvania here soon to drive for another team here, but back in the Mitchell Motorsports car this weekend from Aromas, California. The Fisher Power KPC, sponsored by MitchellConstruction.com, Yuba Sutter Aviation, North County Plastering. Justin Sanders gets it done here again. Believe that's his 7th win of the year. Let him hear you, Justin Sanders, your winner, gets it done in traffic here. And we're going to send things down to Jim Allen.
Nice job. I was wondering if you were going to eventually get it. Okay, race fans, we'll get Justin Sanders up on the victory podium here after his 29th career NARC win. Yeah, I've got some of the... I'm just gonna stand this up here for now. Okay, race fans, here he is. Give him some love. Tonight's feature event winner, the Peter on Justin Sanders. Well, like I said, man, you're like a shadow there to Sean Becker for most of that race. You almost had him one time in lap traffic about midway. The yellow comes out, and finally, with 5 laps to go, you finally snuck past him.
Yeah, I know Sean was running a good race. He was switching up his lines and really making me think of what I had to do the next corner, you know, to try to get closer and actually execute the pass. And you know, Sean and Brad Bumgarner's my boy. You know, I wanted to make sure I didn't rough him up for this points championship. I really like to see these guys win it. It's a great team, great owner, great driver. But no, just, I don't know. I really didn't know. I looked up on the board at lap 23, and I was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to get this race. And we got to traffic, and I think I just was able to nail the bottom down here off of 2 just a little bit better than Sean around the lap cars. I would get, like, kind of get my left front real close to the berm, but not hit it, and really kind of roll out of the throttle and hit it off of 2. But no, awesome to be back in the 2X. You know, thanks to Demo Mitchery for, you know, letting me run those races in the 87 car. And, you know, it's nice to be back home with these guys. This is a different car. I had to put one together after our 360 race at Skagit, and had to work on it a little bit throughout the night, but for the most part, it's been really good. So, again, Mitchery Construction, Yuba Sutter Aviation, North County Plastering, FK Rod-Ins, TI-64, System 1, High Performance Lubricants, Factory Cane, Walker Performance Filtration, Shield Suits, Smith Tie. I think TJ Forged Wheels. I don't know if I got that. I don't know. But thanks again for all the fans for coming out. Always fun to run at Placerville when it's you never know what you're going to get here. You could get a big curb. It could be wet. It could be real slick and technical. So it's always fun. You never know. And again, thanks to my crew, Rusty, Nick Petruzzi, Clayton Snow for coming out and hanging out, Mike Helms, just everybody that helps us get here.
We always know the lap traffic is going to be an issue at Placerville. Seemed tonight it was a little bit tougher than normal. I don't know. Just they were fast also, but they weren't exactly letting either one of you guys slice by.
I think what it was, you could kind of slip up a little, miss it on entry, and there was a lot of grip on exit, to where if you just got your car pointed straight, you could kind of squirt down the straightaways, and even if we had a run, behind them, we'd have to have a really, really good run to make it work. So, but no, like I said, again, happy to get another 410 win.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up one more time for Justin Sanders, $5,000 richer at the Pay Dirt Showdown. And we'll get Dylan Bloomfield up here next. Dylan, you were in the hunt from the start, man. You're just running in a podium position here, and I thought you had third all locked up, and then you turn around and pull off a runner-up finish. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. It was a good night. Started out a little rough qualifying, 10th, and just knew I had to capitalize on that. Made a little mistake in qualifying, and was able to capitalize that. And in the heat race, and that put us in the dash. Luckily, pulling a 6 put us on the pole. Just made a couple mistakes in the dash, but I think if we would have started on the front row, probably could have had a little bit better start on the outside. But it was still a lot of fun being able to go from third to second there. I fell back to fourth at one point, and it was just a super fun race. Honestly, Placerville put on a heck of a show, even with how hooked up it was, and I think we were racing pretty hard. So I ain't mad about it, man. I just got beat by the guy that won the high limit show here at Placerville. And in my eyes, it's a win. To my crew, it's a win. So of course, we want to be better. Of course, we want to be winning, but it still is a great feeling to run second to this guy. And it's been a whole lot of fun. Like I said, my whole team's not here though. Ed Kinkle's back at home, or back in the hospital. He's got some problems with his kidney. So all our prayers go out to him. Ed, we're praying for you. I know you're watching right now. So hopefully you get better, and we'll see you next time we're at the races. It's just been a lot of fun. My buddy Easton working on the car. He's doing a great job. It's only his first season racing, being on a race series like this, working on the race cars. It's a tough job. So him, my dad, crew chief, and for me, he did a great job all night. Rich Rice on the tires did an awesome job. Dave and Debbie Vertullo, I can't thank them enough for this great opportunity. Unfortunately, it's coming down to the end next week. So we'll be looking for something to finish out the year in. But it was definitely a pretty fun ride this year. Excited to go out to the Midwest next year, hopefully, with Dave and Debbie. And it's a great night.
Congratulations to Dylan Bloomfield, runner-up tonight. Hold on for a sec. Yeah, go for it. Justin.
I just want to say one more thing. I just want to thank Snow Racing and Clayton Snow for all the chassis dyno time, getting our engines all tuned up. It made a huge difference. We kind of struggled a little bit with getting everything tuned in, and when you take it to a chassis dyno, you're there to just test the motor. That's it. You don't have to go out and try to work with a setup or anything like that. But Clayton Snow, Dave Haver for everything, coming over and helping us tune our engines up, and I think that's really set the bar for us.
There you go, thanking everybody. And Sean Becker, I know you're not exactly happy. You're on the podium, man. You knew that guy in the 2X car wasn't going to let you run away at all. You got a podium finish. I know. What's your thoughts on the whole race?
Yeah, definitely a little heartbroken, but I feel like the last few times I'm here at a NARC race and talking to you, I feel like I keep saying the driver ran out of talent at the end of the race, man. It's super heartbreaking leading that many laps and like having 2 restarts with Justin next to you. Yeah, it gets your heart rate going. But man, car was really good. I just didn't quite know where to be at the end there, and then following the lappers, I followed them too long and then tried to get around them, and that's when I opened the door for Justin. So yeah, definitely heartbreaking that ran out of talent. This team deserves a win, man. They've been working their butts off all year, so it bummed for them. But man, we keep knocking on the door. We're getting close.
you made some stellar moves in traffic to keep them behind you. I mean, going places where I didn't think you were going to come through on the other side. But once again, you got to be absolutely perfect to beat this guy.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, he's one of the best, obviously, in the country when you saw when High Limits came. Best in California for sure. But yeah, and then Dylan did a hell of a job to get me at the end there for second. So yeah, happy with the podium, but definitely heartbroken. It's really hard to win these NARC shows, so hopefully we can get one at the end of the year.
Thank your team.
Yeah, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Becker at the podium. So there it is, Pay Dirt Showdown. Justin Sanders is your winner, $5,000. Richard Dylan Bloomfield second. Sean Becker third. Thank you for coming out. Back up to you, Andrew, and Gary in the box.
Thank you, Jim. If you're headed home now, please be safe. Be courteous towards your fellow drivers. If you need a designated driver, please get one. It is our very strong preference. You make it to your next race, wherever that may be. Pit area is open. Go see these cars up close and personal. Meet the drivers. Get some autographs. Get some souvenirs as well. T-shirts, hats, hoodies, you name it. And, of course, be mindful of all those sponsors on those cars. Support those who support racing. Here is your feature finish rundown, unofficial, here tonight at Placerville Speedway at the Pay Dirt Showdown. Justin Sanders, his 7th NARC victory of the season in the 2X car. Dylan Bloomfield was second in the 83V. Sean Becker was third in the 7B. Fourth was the 42X of Justin Cox. Fifth was the 2K of Gage Garcia. Rest of the top 10 were DJ Neto, Chance Grasty, Jesse Schlotfeld, Caleb Montgomery, and Bud Kading. Caleb Montgomery, by the way, your Williams Roofing hard charger this evening, going from 16th to finish 9th in the 3 car, getting a $150 bonus. 11th on back was Tanner Carrick, John Clark, Max Mitry, Cannon McIntosh, Dominic Gordon, Travis Labatt, DJ Freitas, Michael Sellers, AJ Alderman, Mariah Eade, Colby Copeland, Andy Forsberg, and Shane Golubic. We have a few weeks off. NARC does here as the World of Outlaws make their way through California these next couple of weeks or so. We are back in action with the rescheduled Chris and Brian Faria Memorial at the Tulare Thunderbolt Raceway on October 4th, and we're at Antioch Speedway on October 11th. We'd love to have you join us. If you can't be there, watch live on FloRacing. That's going to do it for us here this evening. On behalf of Jim Allen, Brent Kading, everyone with the NARC King of the West series, thank you for joining us here at Placerville Speedway, and thanks for having us, Placerville Speedway. We look forward to coming back in 2026. Gary Thomas, as always, here, I'm Andrew Kunis. Thank you all for joining us here tonight. Thank you for watching on FloRacing. We'll see you next time. Good night.